We're going to talk about Doctor Who.
Garen's here again.
Garen's here again.
Hello. Yes.
Well, when we mentioned it last time.
Yes, true.
But
Garen's
Garen's here.
didn't leave.
No.
Yeah, you didn't leave. We haven't actually left this room.
No, that's why it's so hot.
Yeah,
We've
exactly.
just been hotboxing it for a week.
Yeah, so you're also a Simpsons expert, but you're also a Doctor Who expert. So
That's true.
Yeah.
there's never been any crossover in that film, has there? There's been a
Yeah.
has there?
Yeah, actually, no, there has been.
There's
I can think of it.
There's a Simpsons episode where it's just like, oh, and here's the Titans of Television, and Tom Baker is just walking there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
David Tennant was in an
I'm
episode.
surprised like Tom Baker's like the go-to doctor for like most Americans.
I think it's just he was the face of it for so long.
Yeah.
I guess so, but like,
And
was he even broadcasting
it's
over
an
there?
iconic look.
Well, the
Yeah,
whole
I
scarf
mean,
thing.
Yeah, because Tom Baker had the famous Max Headroom incident. That was on a broadcast of Doctor Who.
Oh, I don't know about that,
The
actually.
Max Headroom incident.
No, what's that?
No?
You don't know? You don't know the Max Headroom thing?
Yeah, I might do if you tell me what it is.
Have you ever seen?
It's just like.
Have you ever seen Rap God by Eminem?
Have I seen it?
Yeah, the
I've
music
heard-
video.
No.
No.
Well, it's referencing that. It's
Referencing this thing we
Rocky
don't know about.
Morton and Annabelle Jankel, who did the Super Mario Brothers movie in the 90s.
Well, like directed it or like.
Yeah.
They directed this video. Wait, what about him?
That broadcast hijacking was on an episode of Doctor Who. I believe it was Horror of Fang Rock.
Okay, wait.
Oh,
So
so
an
they-
episode of Doctor Who was playing, and then that.
They
Yeah, they
did that.
hijacked the signal.
Oh no, I never heard of that.
No, I hadn't heard of that either.
So
That's
wait, you think this
interesting.
is why Tom Baker's like so popular over there?
No, but
That just
you know,
proves
we
that
were
it was
just
airing
we were just
there.
talking about, you know, Tom Baker was like very popular on the airwaves, and this happened in '87, so it was a rerun
Oh, okay.
of like an episode from 10 years prior.
But it was never like that big though. It was still like quite a new thing. It wasn't like
it wasn't Star Wars.
it wasn't Star Wars. It wasn't even Star Trek, which was like quite popular. But
no,
it wasn't.
but you know, they're both American, really.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's very much like one of the shows that just like, oh yeah, this is like one of the things we import. And we're just
It's
like,
one of the
this is
great
cool.
British shows.
Yeah.
That people know
It's
about.
part of the institution of the BBC.
Yeah.
And it's like one of the very few British TV shows that's not like 6 episodes long.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
It's either 6
It's either
episodes
6 or 6,000.
60 years worth of non-stop production.
Yeah, genuinely.
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Doctor Who, Viv?
My relationship?
Yeah.
I love Doctor Who.
Yeah?
Yeah. I went through a lot of it when I was like in uni, I think.
Yeah?
Well, and college. I didn't watch like most of Capaldi stuff because I did watch obviously David Tennant, Chris Eccleston, Matt Smith era. Because I was
Yes,
like
yeah.
I was the right age for it at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was Capaldi stuff. Maybe it wasn't like worse than
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith's era,
Yeah,
but
I think it's just, it also depends on who you are at that moment in time.
Capaldi is currently my favourite Doctor. And
Yeah.
I didn't watch season 9 and 10 when they aired.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I stopped with
Did you
Series
you
eight.
never stop?
So I stopped during season 6
Yeah.
of Matt Smith, and then I came back on board for Capaldi. I didn't see all of season 10 when it aired.
Mm.
I just saw like bits and pieces. I saw the beginning, I saw the end. I didn't see the Monk trilogy, everything. In
It's
between.
season 8, Capaldi's first one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I watched to the end of that one,
That's the
and maybe
one,
a
yeah.
beginning of season 9.
I remember watching the finale of season 8 with you.
Did we?
The Missy reveal. We watched that together.
The one with the
Pink
cyber-
dying.
Yeah,
Do you remember cheering?
Anything
I remember cheering.
It was the Cybermen one, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I remember seeing that one. I didn't know we watched that together, actually.
Yeah, I remember. I was really excited about
This is a long-standing tradition. We now watch Doctor Who
Yeah,
together.
we do. Well, that's the thing. We've all got like such close ties to it. I mean, I remember Doctor Who's kind of like always been there because my older brother watched it, and like my dad as well. But
Your dad watched it?
Yeah, not
Like-
anymore.
Well, no.
Not because he's black. But he's actually fine with that. He just doesn't like that they made him a woman.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you meant that your dad was black.
No, my dad.
I've
is
never
white.
met your dad.
They
No, I have met
Yeah,
your
you have
dad.
met my dad. Could you imagine if I was half black this whole time and you just never knew I was extremely white?
They made they recast your dad because of woke.
They did. My dad's a DEI hire.
I think I was there when you first watched Woman Who Felt Worth, because it
Yeah,
come
no,
out.
I did. Yeah, because
I think it was it in COVID?
Yeah,
Might
yeah,
have been.
yeah, it was because I stopped watching it for a couple of years, and this is during
Because you didn't
COVID.
like that it was a woman.
I didn't like that it was
Jodie
'cause of a
Whittaker is
woman.
famously your least favourite Doctor.
It is true. Okay, I have a troubled history with this. Okay, we'll come back to this at some point. But yeah, we went to university together. We also went to college together. So when I went back to I was just coming to visit, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were just there.
I was just there.
We couldn't get rid of you.
No.
We tried.
So I was just staying at Garen's and we were just watching. We were mostly playing Monkey Ball. But we also watched Doctor Who. And that was my first introduction to Jodie. And that wasn't like a... okay, I'll carry on watching this now. Because this was like... I only watched a couple of those episodes. And then I watched a bit of Flux, which is also Jodie's era. And then... then I watched like the finale of that. And then when we heard about obviously like Russell coming back, that's when I was like, oh, okay, I'll give it another go. So it sort of rekindled that. Also, I okay, so when I was getting bottom surgery, no, this is like a key part of this. When I was getting this, I was just like recovering in the hospital, and I was just on a lot of morphine. Yeah. So, and my brain was at like 2% capacity, and I was just like, I just need good entertainment. I don't need I don't want to think too hard. I just want like nostalgia drivel. So it's just like, oh, whatever, I got iPlayer on my iPad, I'll just watch this. And I was like, holy fuck, this is good. And then I just rewatched most of the Russell T Davies era, at least. And really loved it through it. So I was just like bedridden watching this. Maybe that colors it, maybe the morphine colored it, maybe it's not as good. I haven't rewatched this since then.
No, that's fair. I mean, I do love those first 4 seasons, as many people do. I think
it is massively nostalgic.
I'm a bit harsher on some aspects of them. I think season 2 is quite mid, if not one of the weakest seasons.
I would agree.
And I think that there's been a lot of discussions. What's that? Coco's biting himself. Coco, the look you just gave me.
Season 2 Stan.
Yeah,
I will self-harm before you shit on season 2.
Coco cried.
You don't like season 2? Don't say you don't like season 2. I'll literally kill myself. I think that a lot of things people complain about with Russell T Davies' writing now, because it's extremely relevant when we go into talking about Rose, the episode. Like, a lot of things people complain about now with Russell T Davies, I think were always true.
Yeah.
I think people have just aged and learned about like writing as a whole, and learned his how he writes. So
we're in the era of constant like analysis of media with like the lens of being an adult looking at a kid show.
I
which
love
is like fair.
all like old Doctor Who, and I love all like new Doctor Who. I fucking love all the recent episodes.
Yeah,
but I'm not here like thinking
all the recent episodes.
Most of the recent episodes.
most of the recent.
Most of them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like the most of the recent episodes.
So
Garen hates everything, so he doesn't like it.
Look. There's a lot to admire. I think there's a lot to criticize.
We were talking about this in the car, where we were just like, Doctor Who doesn't have good episodes. It has good bits within those episodes.
Good experiences.
It has good moments.
I mean, it's got some good craft. I genuinely love all of the efforts they're making behind the scenes to make it more inclusive, and even making Doctor Who Unleashed.
Yes.
Just like, that's such a vital thing for getting new blood into the industry.
No, absolutely. It's kind of like how
it's probably better than the show itself.
This is how a lot of people talk about
currently
the Lord of the Rings, like behind the scenes box sets, how that got them into like filmmaking or whatever.
Yeah.
I can see like Unleashed just being like, oh, it's a production, people make this, and they really go behind the scenes, and that's like really important.
So even like on the other side, some of my earliest things I remember writing was like basically Doctor Who fanfic.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, generally,
probably because of you. Because we were on the schoolyard reading Doctor Who books.
We used to reenact. I don't know if you know this, Garrett. We used to.
You're not not to sound like I'm cheating on you. You weren't the only person I reenacted Doctor Who with as a kid.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had other mutual friends.
What?
You had that friend that vanished.
I don't think you can see this, listeners, but there is a little tear rolling down right now.
There's less a tear, more just fucking bawling. But it is true.
We used to fully reenact.
It's a really good show to like reenact as kids.
Yeah.
So.
But not like at a fun level where it's like, I'm the Doctor, you're the companion. I mean straight up like reenact the episodes.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, we still kind of do that. Just like every now and again, we'll just turn to each other and just do like a bit. Like
we do quote the show.
How many times have I like turned to you and just like, I can't do it, Doc. Don't make me fight.
Oh, yeah, right. It's like,
We do just have like stock phrases that we do dispense to each other.
Viv, where were you when the Hindenburg crashed?
No, I can't like conjure this up. Give me a bit later.
I know. Viv does an amazing Jodie impression, but it's like she gets possessed.
I
It can't
love
be, like,
I
switched on.
love Jodie. I have seen like 4 episodes of her.
Only the best.
Only the best, but I love her. She makes me cry unironically so many times.
You would love the video that she just uploaded onto like Instagram
Yeah.
during COVID of her hiding in a wardrobe. It's so cute. It's
Karen,
genuinely the
okay,
best bit
it sounds
of
like
writing
I'm being
she's ever had.
sarcastic. I'm not kidding whatsoever. This woman makes me bawl every time. At a finale, I hadn't seen most of her episodes, but for some fucking reason, I didn't even like the episode, but I was just like, ugh. And then when we went to go see the last episode of the shitty season,
The reality war.
yeah, fucking Gary could attest. I was just like, oh shit, this is gonna be embarrassing now, because like, spoilers, she shows up, and I was just going,
Like, have you seen in movies in like America where it's really hot and they get like the fire hydrant water's just bursting out of it? That's what she was like.
it was so embarrassing. Oh,
That's
God.
fine. I'm glad that Jodie has this submission on
good.
you.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
unfortunately, we're not actually here to talk about Jodie.
No, we're here
Or
to talk
anything
about
new.
other stuff. But anyway, wait, what was the first episode you saw?
This is really hard for me because I don't really remember, because the first season I watched all the way through was series 4. But when Planet of the Oods like promo came on after Fires of Pompeii, I remember knowing like that's the Ood. And you know, my memory kind of cuts off but before like
Yeah.
7 or 8.
You didn't
like,
gain sentience until then.
Yeah, you
pretty
didn't
much.
gain sentience until he was like 16.
Yeah. So I pretty much, yeah. So I obviously knew what they were. So I've obviously watched the show before. So I can't say exactly like when I learned of it. It was just kind of like always there.
I
But the
don't know
first
where I
season
learned
watched
about
was
it.
series 4.
So was it like the
Partners in Crime would have been like the first one where I was like an active watcher and not just a
Oh,
consumer.
okay. So you said, yeah. So you didn't see like, but you remember.
Well, I would have seen them, but I don't remember sitting down
okay.
and watching them. If
Did
that
you-
makes sense.
You weren't there for the Yana reveal?
I wasn't.
But I know you said, was it literally episode 1 that you saw?
The first one I can, like, in my mind, envision myself there watching was the Christmas Invasion. And I think the reason why I remember that is because it was broadcast on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And that kind of,
A kind of a staple of the show.
it sticks in your head, like, that sort of stuff. Like, I remember just, being over my grandparents' house.
That's a good way to
people
like
there.
introduce a lot of people though. It's just
And-
like, since it is on a Christmas.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was the first episode I watched.
Really?
Because I do remember having some sort of knowledge, but that's the first one I remember sitting down and watching as it aired.
Yeah. Did you did you go back, or did you just carry on with that and then eventually go back to like...
I must have already seen them. Because I don't remember... I remember having them for Christmas. Not on DVD, on PSP UMD.
Oh,
Yo,
fuck
what?
yeah,
They
base
released them on
format.
that?
Yeah.
I didn't know they
So-
released them on that.
That's
And,
awesome.
Yeah, and I only ever had the Eccleston series. It was great. I watched
Yeah,
it
me too.
so much.
The way I did it, I went in a fucked order. I watched Idiot's Lantern, which is like mid-season 2. It's not
Yeah.
even that good of an episode. But I remember, like, I don't know if it was just because I was watching with my grandparents, so maybe they were just like being like, oh, he's an alien and he's got like a massive time machine that's like bigger
Yeah.
on the inside. But in that episode, you don't actually go inside the TARDIS.
And your grandmother is famously...
Oh
Doctor
yeah,
Who
massive
stan.
Doctor Who fan.
Oh yeah, she just like, she doesn't watch it. She more puts it on for ambience, like constantly having classic Who and like new Who on, just constantly on without it really watching it.
Yeah.
So she's a bigger fan than all of us
Honestly,
probably.
should got her on the pod.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, why am I here?
But I remember like liking that episode. It was like kind of creepy and like kind of dumb, but when you're like, I think it was like when it first aired. So.
I think I
Yeah.
remember... did I say this to you the other week? I remember my experience of watching that episode as
Do
well.
you? No, I don't know.
Yeah, so it was either a football or a rugby game that was on that day on probably ITV. And I remember my dad, who's
Oh,
big
wait, yeah.
sort of
Yeah, I remember.
really making me
Oh
just like
yes, yeah.
sit there watching. I'm
You
just
did
like,
tell us the other
I just want to go watch Doctor Who.
You were missing out on fucking Idiot's Lantern, man.
Yeah.
But then after that, I didn't see the rest of season 2. It took me ages to watch season 2. I just asked for like, oh, I want Doctor Who on DVD. So, and then I remember getting the Christopher Eccleston like season 1. And then I saw him. I was like,
TARDIS box set?
Yeah, it was the TARDIS one. And I was like, but I didn't really understand the rules of Doctor Who. So I was just like, wait, who the fuck is this? And when I saw him, and it was just like, where's the skinny looking guy? It's just like, who's this bald fucker? And I was like pissed.
Yeah.
I was just like, did I get a fucking bootleg or something? Not really understanding like how it worked or whatever.
Yeah.
But reluctantly, I just like watched it, and then. But then it just became season 1's like my favorite. So I just probably because I rewatched it the most. I rewatched it in wrong order because I didn't realize multiple episodes were on one disc. So I was just like, I watched one episode on one disc, and then the next episode was like,
you go from Rose to Aliens in London to
Dallas
Day.
Yeah, it was just like fuck. That was a short season. So but then I figured it out, and then I.
Yeah.
Because then on the previews, I was just like, well, why aren't these episodes on here? This is like the whole of season 1. Why is it like this? I was like,
I like the idea of you only seeing the first part of the Slitheen 2-parter and be like, wow, I wonder how it ends.
Wow, crazy. Guess you just never finished it.
You just skipped Dalek.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And then the season I remember like airing was season 3. Like I remember Partners in Crime coming out. And
that was season 4.
Was it? No, not Partners in Crime. Sorry, Smith and Jones.
First time I watched the movie was the same day as Smith and Jones aired. They were showing her on UK TV Gold.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
The movie.
Yeah.
The Doctor Who movie with Paul McGann.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not the.
I didn't
like,
have a
60s
clue
one.
what was happening. It was. It was incomprehensible.
Does that count as a pilot?
No, it's a movie.
It was meant to be.
It's like a soft pilot, though, isn't it?
I guess, yeah. Fuck,
Wait, quick round.
It's no Stitch the movie where they have to go find the 625.
Wait, what's
623 experiments.
What's his psychic's name?
Oh, fuck. His companion.
The 8th Doctor.
Yeah.
Grace.
So Grace, we got to find the other mini doctors. I don't know. Wait, quick thoughts on. It's fine. It's quite goofy. It's very American.
It's very goofy. I like it. I love Paul McGann.
Yeah, I remember you being a massive stan of Paul McGann.
Yeah, because I loved that. I thought he was so good in the movie, and then it's like, fuck me, this guy got nothing else.
Yeah, you were quoting the shoot yourself thing of me all the time. I remember being quite distinct.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, great movie. Anything else you want to say about the movie, Gary, before we go way back to the past?
Yeah.
How far
to
back
play the
talking?
shitty games that suck ass. We should go back.
Hit that lever.
We got the whole BBC radiophonic workshop at our disposal here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god, is that Delia Derbyshire?
Holy shit. We could do our own
Big Finish.
Yeah, we could do our own Big Finish. Doctor. Oh wait.
I mean, I know, Joe, you've listened to Big Finish. Have you ever listened to Big Finish?
I've never listened to Big Finish.
Okay.
Have you?
Great times.
Yeah. I've listened to a few.
It seems like it'd be my thing. I love audio and I love sound effects. So.
I have some of them on CD if you do want to borrow them, because I know how much you love physical media.
I love physical media. I love CDs. So yes, actually, that'd be quite cool. I could just chill in bed and...
Honestly, yeah, it'd be great for that.
Yeah. But we're going back now.
But before Big Finish, because we're talking about Doctor Who, there's lots to talk about.
There is.
It's a 60-year-old show.
Yeah. So we're going to actually talk about 2 episodes this time.
2 pilots in a way.
Yeah. We'll see how well this goes, because we are currently 20 minutes in before we've even talked about the first one.
It'll get cut, though. Yeah. But so we'll be talking about An Unearthly Child, which is the original pilot. So Doctor Who's like classic Doctor Who and modern Doctor Who.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. And you could, I brought this up, we could technically talk about Shooty season since it is season 1 as well.
Yes.
But I got an overwhelming nay on this.
But it's because, what do you talk about? Do you talk about the first special, or do you talk about Space Babies?
Well, when you go on BBC iPlayer, what's the first episode that's on season 1?
I think because the specials on BBC iPlayer, it's like Doctor Who 1963 to whatever, then Doctor Who 2005 to whatever, then Doctor Who 2022 or whatever.
Is it
starts with the specials.
It does start with the specials.
Yeah, the 3 David Tennant ones, and then Church on Ruby Road.
It does act as like a soft reboot once again.
It does,
even though it
but then it's the problem is
it
where do you
relies so
start?
heavily. I'm just going by what the BBC tells me, Garen.
I get you, but then like even if
you
we
trust
skip
the BBC for your media,
They've never done anything.
liberal
Name
media.
me 25 things the BBC have ever done wrong.
They don't like people who work for them go to Pride.
that's pretty bad, yeah.
Actually, yeah, we've been praising
Pro
Doctor Who.
IDF.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, we've been talking.
That's why we didn't see Russell.
But the BBC were doing things back in 1963. There was a little 25-minute gap between a sports show and Grandstand. Well done. And then another show. What was the
Jukebox
other show?
Jury.
Well done. Yeah, I see you've been checking your sources.
I've been checking your Wikipedia articles.
Oh, yeah, I'm reading.
That's fine.
Fuck off. Wikipedia articles, fuck off. I watched two pilots, then I watched the documentary, and then I watched 2 more episodes.
What did you do?
I read a book.
Which book?
The book about the creation of Doctor Who.
Funny
fair
enough,
enough.
I was almost going to read a book. I've got a book up by there called We're Falling Through Space.
You've never read in your life.
I've read twice. I've read that book twice.
In general, I have read 2 times. Thank you very
You
much.
can't see this.
And both of them are Doctor Who
in
books.
front of my bookshelves, which are filled with books.
Nah, that's just PS2
That doesn't mean
games.
anything, though.
It's just aesthetic.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're not a reading podcast,
And some of them are children's books.
so that's
No.
irrelevant.
Yeah, I suppose so.
See, I've got a book with me right now. My notes.
Thank you for brushing against the microphone. They'll come up very nice.
Speaking of that 25-minute gap in the schedule,
Yes.
the reason why the show was commissioned is because Donald Wilson commissioned a report about the feasibility of a new sci-fi series on the BBC, and that report found that they...
Could you do me a favor? When you're referring to like real life people in the production, could you refer to them as the characters who get played in an adventure of space and time? So if
I don't even know if this guy shows up in that.
I don't think he does.
I know, but
if-
when Brian Cox comes out, can you be like, oh, it's Brian Cox?
Oh,
so I
I'll
know
say
him.
Mr. Succession.
Yeah, can you say Mr.
Before we continue, should we say, so we watched... So An Unearthly Child is the first episode of Doctor Who that released in 1963. Yeah. However, there is also a movie that was released for the 50th anniversary called An Adventure in Space and Time, which is about the production of Doctor Who when it started.
Might I add, because I was taking a bit of a backseat this episode, that's the only thing I watched in preparation for this, apart from the actual episodes.
Yeah, so...
But I feel as though...
So if we make reference to that, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the movie, the dramatization of the history of.
Should we talk
making the
about
show.
Adventure in Space and Time like after the?
Yeah,
first episode?
I think we should talk about the two versions of An Unearthly Child, Adventure in Space and Time.
Okay, that's fine.
And then
with
go to Rose. Anyway, sorry, Garen, we can go off.
That's okay. So yeah, Donald Wilson. I haven't watched the Adventure in Space and Time.
You didn't
I
rewatch
don't, I
it?
don't
recently,
remember him here.
so I can't say for certain if he's in there.
To be fair, they did streamline it, so it's just like 5 people were.
Yes, yeah.
If I were to cast him, Ollie Murs.
Ollie Murs.
Ollie Murs
I
will
can
play
see
him.
him now.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Anyway, he commissioned a report about the feasibility of sci-fi on the BBC. Found there was a market for some sci-fi around time travel or telepaths, but specifically no bug-eyed monsters.
Yeah.
That's what they say in the movie.
Yeah.
BMs.
And the show that was originally thought up to fill this slot was a show called The Troubleshooters.
Woo! The classic.
Yeah.
That got 60 years worth
The
of
60
television.
years.
Yeah. So it basically morphed into the idea of Doctor Who.
So wait, was it the same script?
It was and it wasn't. Is it
written by the same person?
Sorry, I was not going to use the classic Greek analogy. I was going to use the Only Fools and Horses analogy of
Go on.
the broomstick.
Yes, the broomstick of
Yeah, go on.
Theseus,
Oh,
yeah.
There's so much of it that is there, but it's not, and it's taken from different things.
Okay.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's like an amalgamation of a bunch of other projects that were going on at the time. Okay.
But it had like the idea of just like, okay, there's going to be a time traveling group of characters. There's going to be an action man. There's going to be a woman. There'll be a little child. There'll be this mysterious old man. That's basically the core quartet.
Well, that's what they say in Adventure of Space and Time, isn't it? They say about they have those characters pretty much concrete, and like that's what
They're basically like covering all demographics then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Well, that's what they needed, didn't they? They needed a show that would keep the adults like still watching it and like, get the kids in. ready. So like they wanted a family show.
Yeah, and it was meant to have some sort of educational aspect to it.
Yeah.
Which I guess it does succeed in.
Even
Yeah,
currently?
let's talk about history.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are things I learned about as far as historical things go through Doctor Who. Not like I'm going to like take them as gospel. Like it's not quite, you know.
What are you talking about? The fucking pigs made the Eiffel Tower. Not Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building.
Pigs.
Yeah.
I thought for a second you meant like the police, not like literal pigs.
Yeah, they did.
Alien pigs.
I was thinking about Shakespeare.
Oh, yeah, that's
Good old JK.
Good old JK. It's part of the British Institute, so you gotta name drop it somewhere.
Yeah, David Tennant was seething saying that line.
Not at the time.
Not at that time.
It was a
I bet he
different
looks
time.
back. I bet if you showed him that clip now.
No, thank you.
So this episode, in my notes, is called Some Enchanted Evenings, written by Sam Samuel and Matt Groening. I'm in the wrong page. It was An Unearthly Child, and it was written by Anthony Coburn.
Yo.
Has he written anything else?
He's not written anything for Doctor Who, but if you tried watching this episode and you tried going on to BBC iPlayer, it's not there anymore because his son, Steph Coburn, basically is like, my dad deserves more respect for writing Doctor Who, and also is just like, well, we kind of came up with the whole thing without him, and it's just like a big dispute. I wasn't there, I can't say what happened. But also, Steph Coburn seems
Well, we
a
got
bit
him
of a
here on the
dick
podcast.
online.
Well, we
I
got him
was
here
there.
for the podcast, so you can say that to his face.
Yeah. Bring him in.
Hello.
To borrow a phrase from Christopher Eccleston, kill yourself.
Oh, God. Can't believe you said that to his face.
Damn. He's gone now.
Yeah, he just
Killed
left.
himself.
He was going to be like, oh, I was going to put it on BBC iPlayer.
boy.
I don't know why it's Jason Statham. It's good.
I don't care, I've
Yeah,
got the
so
DVD.
we all had to watch. Well,
You had
we
it on
watched
DVD?
Damn, you watched it illegally. We watched it illegally.
I didn't watch it illegally. I watched it on Internet Archive.
Yeah.
Well, which is technically illegal.
Yeah, I also watched it on Internet Archive.
Oh, okay.
I got to see the little the DVD menu pop up.
But is the original pilot on that DVD?
Yeah,
Oh, is it?
it's
Yeah,
got
they
loads of like
released it, didn't
outtakes as well, which is really good.
There was like
That's cool.
there was like also a video I saw that was like talking about this, and it's just a thing they said that I remember is I can't believe they have like both pilots, but they don't have like 60% of the
Yeah,
other
that is quite
episodes.
Well, famously, there's a clip of the Beatles performing that only survives because it's featured in The Chase.
Yes, that's
Really?
true.
Yeah, there's a very famous video of the Beatles performing on. It's not the Ed Sullivan Show.
Mm.
I
That's a
don't-
pretty well documented one.
Yeah, but like their first television appearance, it's only documented because it was in Doctor Who.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we talk about like An Unearthly Child as an episode, should we talk about the original pilot first because they're very similar?
So we're going to
changes
talk
are
about
quite minute.
the pilot of it.
The pilot,
because
and
like
then the one that was released.
so the preface with the production, they originally filmed this, and
Yes.
strikingly similar. Almost kind of like if
Yeah.
you don't watch them side by side, you'd be like, "This is the exact same
Yeah,
episode."
honestly, I was like shocked how similar they were, and then when I watched An Adventure in Space and Time, where they fully addressed that they were told they to like reshoot it.
Yeah.
I was because one of my notes is like I've got very few notes on the original pilot because I watched the aired pilot first.
Yeah, me too.
One of them says the Doctor is meaner in this one.
Yeah.
And then in An Adventure in Space and Time, they actually say like, "Oh, we've not made the Doctor likable enough."
Yeah, it's
So that
quite
was like
subtle.
the main
They-
thing.
From what I can tell, it's not so much the dialogue that's changed; it's literally just how he acts it.
Yeah, choices.
Yeah, so his performance is a lot less in the redone one. It's a lot less like harsh. He's more like he's grinning the entire
Yeah,
time.
he's coy. He's
Yeah.
playful. He's still like kidnaps them.
Yeah, it's
But,
it's the
like-
same actions that he's doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting. You don't
However-
really see like
But watching
a
them,
proto
Yeah.
version of.
but seeing them side by side, I can say that the performances are way worse, in my opinion, at least.
In the original.
In the original
Yes,
pilot,
yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
And
Finding
I-
their footing.
One thing that really popped out to me was just like the blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was pretty rough.
Yeah. In the redone pilot, I thought it was like the blocking was pretty good.
Yeah,
I did
Yeah.
like take a note because I know how much you love blocking.
I love blocking.
Yeah, yeah.
One of my big problems with current Doctor Who is blocking, and it specifically became a problem because I watched a video about Doctor Who and blocking,
I know you can't unsee it.
and now I'm like, fuck me, every time I watch
Mr.
Doctor
TARDIS.
Who. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen the same one.
There we go.
Yeah.
There was like notable like line flubs, which I know is like a thing
yeah.
later on in Classic Who.
But, like,
Classic.
Other
Hartnell.
people, usually it's
it wasn't
like
even Hartnell. It
Yeah,
was,
William Hartnell's
Barbara.
famous. It was, Jacqueline Hill was like flubbing lines as Barbara.
There was a time where he was just like... He's kind of like trying to like... His mouth was thinking 2 seconds faster than
Well, that's because,
brain.
like, so talking about, like, how it was filmed as, like, almost as a play.
Yeah.
They would, like, just carry on going through the plot, the script, and it's not like on television where they could stop, restart, like, they do, like, 30 seconds at a time or whatever, a minute at a time.
Is it
They
because
would
like they just had limited resources, so they were just trying to save on film or something?
Yeah, pretty much. And that's why, like, if there was a slight flub, they would just kind of carry on with it, as long as it didn't fully disrupt the scene.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you see it in Adventure in Space and Time, and how, like, he says Chesterton instead of Chesterton a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, a lot of the time that's just kept in, because it's, like, he just carries on as normal then.
Yeah.
So it's, like... And honestly, I kind of like that. I feel like he could work with, like, the character. Like, how...
Yeah. It does create a naturalism. Sometimes it is, like, quite
yeah.
bad.
Yes.
But it's not too bad in, like, at least in the remade pilot. It's, like... I don't notice any major, like, sort of, like, line
No,
flubs or
I didn't
anything.
notice anyone's that was major.
So with it being an original pilot that's re-aired, it's very odd that the show got 2 second chances in a way. So the first one being that they refilmed the pilot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Considering that the show had a budget of £2,300 per episode, which today would be about £42,895
Yeah.
pence.
Expensive.
That's
For
no, that's
TV.
still... That's nothing for
Nothing
a
for
pilot.
TV.
That's peanuts for TV. And also a £500 budget to create the TARDIS,
That's
which
mad.
is
Like the
less
interior or like...
The
the interior,
That's crazy.
which in nowadays money is less than a year's worth of student finance. £9,151.26.
Fucking hell.
Christ.
So considering they were, it's still peanuts.
They
Also,
did a really
considering
good...
they were able to, like, say, no, we're actually gonna film this again.
Yeah.
That says something about Sidney Newman, Mr. Succession.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you.
His belief in the show.
Yeah.
And
And
Yeah,
Verity
yeah.
Lambert, and how, like, she, like, really stood up for it, and, like,
Yeah.
the work that they're putting in. Especially because, like you said, it got 2 second chances, because they not only refilmed the pilot,
They re-aired
but
it.
they re-aired the pilot that was released, because it was lost on viewers, because it just so happened that the day before it aired, JFK was assassinated.
Did you hate it when that happens?
I know. Funnily enough, he was assassinated by the Ninth Doctor, but we'll come back to that.
It all comes
in
back
a little
round.
bit.
Is that a purposeful reference?
I don't know. I did think about it, but funnily enough,
That never clicked for me until you
something
just said.
they talk about it in the commentary.
Did they?
Yeah, but I'm gonna leave a little sizzle, and we're gonna.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
I don't want to completely derail us.
who's the commentary? I'm assuming Russell.
RTD, Julie Gardner, and
Everyone that
Phil
deserves the
Coulson?
sack.
Jane Tranter?
not Jane Tranter.
Billy
it
Piper?
was Phil Collison.
Ah.
Yes.
No, you finish your thought.
No, here you go.
What do you have thoughts on the episode, like as an episode of television?
As an episode of television?
Yeah.
I
What do you like
think
about
it is, obviously looking at it from when it was originally done. I don't have a ton of experience with that era of television, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to compare. I'm not even sure if I've seen... Maybe like some... I think the only other show that was like sort of similar during that point was like Monty Python. Like, and that was like
Yeah.
late 60s. And that was like quite a different style of television show. So I don't really have much else to compare it to. So I try to look at it through like, okay, this is like old as fuck. They had no money, whatever. And so it does like mainly rely on like the writing and like the two sets that they have.
Yeah.
And with that, I think it does the job like pretty well. It seems like pretty universal that like a lot of people be like, oh, the first part, because this is like the first part of like 4 episodes of the story of an unearthly child.
Yeah, original Doctor Who was told in serials, so like...
Yeah,
they'd
we didn't
have
do that. We're
multi-part
only watching the
stories.
first part.
Yeah, because if we were in 1963, we would have had to like sit down and watch An Unearthly Child, the episode, and then decide if we were going to watch next week's episode.
Yeah. But it seems like everyone like pretty much universally it's like, yeah, this is a really good introduction. It's got like all the groundwork down. It's got like it's got a very thin frame, but it's there.
So much of what the show is doing nowadays was set up here back in 1963.
In its very skeletal form.
Yeah, like starting with the companions.
Yeah, it's a really good introduction.
Ian and Barbara, then we're introduced to Susan, and then the Doctor. He's the last character we meet.
Yeah. And, comes in coughing and shit. Fucking dying.
Yeah.
But
you just hate asthmatics.
I do hate asthmatics. I hate William Hartnell.
Why?
No reason. I just hate old white men.
That's fair.
That's a joke.
So you're gonna have a reason.
Cut this out. I don't want old white men coming after me. I don't want a Hartnell estate coming after me.
Man was racist.
Yeah, he was. Man was born in like 1910.
Yeah, no, I'm not really like cancel him because like
Stop trying to cancel William Hartnell.
I know, no, not that. That's not what I mean. Because obviously, like people say, like, oh, he was difficult to work with, but it's obviously because he cared so much about like Doctor Who as a whole. Like the bit that I was saying about like how I don't actually like An Adventure in Space and Time as a film that much because like hate that kind of like
the dramatization
where every moment is like this grand thing of like look, this is how they
it feels like the music biopic of rather
look,
like this is set in stone.
The TARDIS. Oh look,
you're a legend, Freddie. We'll never forget you, Freddie Mercury from Queen.
Yeah, I did feel like that a lot of the time. But my favorite parts of that is when they showed but we'll talk about that again.
But my favorite, I'll just say mine now because seeing as I was shitting on William Hartnell like as a person. My favorite part of that is like seeing how he just cared about like it being for the kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like the bit that made me tear up in that is when the kids all like see him and he starts.
I know that scene was like fantastic. There was some really great
that's
stuff.
That's probably something that did happen. He was probably recognized a fuck ton, and like for all those kids, he was Doctor Who. So faults and all, I do think that like
David Bradley is like amazing.
He is,
as William Hartnell.
He is. I'm glad.
He comes back later on in Doctor Who to play.
He does. He plays the first Doctor now because William Hartnell passed away fucking eons ago.
In the 70s.
What?
75.
Yeah. William Hartnell's passed away, unfortunately.
He was like 50 odd in this.
Yeah, well, he is younger in this than David Tennant was in the 60s.
But he was playing older. Like, it's easy to remember. Like, yes, he looked old, but like, he is playing older. And also, he fucking smoked and drunk a fuck ton.
Yeah, he was like...
it was the 60s.
Yeah, in the 60s, if you were 50, you were like 90.
Yeah. But that did blow my mind, because he...
Yeah. What are you,
But I do quite enjoy the episode.
Yeah,
I have seen it a couple of times. We've watched it a couple of times.
Yeah.
Leading up like to the 50th anniversary, because obviously Adventure Space and Time was coming out. The 50th Doctor Who. They were having a killer year of honestly, just like making shit. Like the like looking back at the 50th episode, I'm not really that fond of it.
No, we watched it recently.
It's wild how much hype there was considering. The season that came before was probably the worst.
I really don't like Series 7.
Yeah.
Maybe still is the worst.
But it was like a killer year. So, and that specific period did indulge in like sort of a lot of the nostalgia of really, really old Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So that was like a good introduction for like us who didn't really have that much experience with like classic Who to like go back to it.
Yeah.
So it's been a couple of years, but I do remember it. It's not that long of an episode.
No, exactly.
So like going back to it, it's just like, oh yeah, I remember this, and it's just like
It was for me, but I just want to check. Was this the first classic Who episode you watched?
Probably.
Kind of. I had a weird ass compilation DVD of just segmented classic Who bits stapled together.
Nice.
Was it like official Doctor Who DVD?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember.
It sounds like you might have Lost in Time.
What's that?
It's basically a DVD with parts of like missing episodes, the ones that survive.
It might have been.
Maybe.
But I remember it scaring the shit out of me because those costumes look terrifying. They're in a weird ass format I didn't recognize.
Yeah.
And all I knew at the time was like modern Who.
Yeah.
And then I saw that and I was like, what the fuck? Why do they look like that? Like the Cybermen were fucking terrifying looking.
I love the Mondasian Cyberman design.
Yeah, there was scary shit. I can see.
As fuck.
But one of the big things I love about this episode is the opening. I love the opening sequence. I think it ages incredibly well.
There's a reason it's like so classic. Like,
I genuinely wrote down. It's just like I think like
when you say the opening sequence, are we talking
the
titles. Policeman or dun 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 dun?
Yeah.
Written, performed by
Delia Derbyshire.
Delia Derbyshire. I wrote it down and everything.
And Ron Grainer.
And I'm not, but like I don't care about the guy. I care about her because she's like a pioneer in electronic music.
Yeah.
And it's like incredible. I genuinely believe like the thing that hooks a lot of kids straight on is that opening, regardless of the generation.
Reason they basically not changed it.
Yeah, because it's fantastic.
It's that music. It's the howl around effect.
Yeah,
yes,
the effects.
Yeah.
It's just like instantly. I remember like when watching the Idiot Santa, and then even that version of just like, holy shit, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It, like immediately hooks you, and it carries you through because it's just like it just creates wonder. It's an incredible opening.
They struck gold with it, honestly.
A child's mind is like.
Yeah, it is, and
if you drop a seed in there, a tree's gonna grow.
Yeah,
exactly. Genuinely, it's incredible. I was thinking of the same thing of like how well it's aged in a way when they start time traveling at the end.
Yeah.
And it goes all like fucky, like the effect of that.
Oh well, like they overlay the faces and shit.
Yeah.
It's
that same sort of thing where it's like they were doing so much with so little.
Yeah, absolutely. I in Adventure Space and Time, they're just like, oh, I want my face on there. It's like
well, that's
I don't
something
know.
They would have done.
Yeah,
later.
Yeah, they they did it in the episode, kind of.
Yeah, but
they,
I mean, like in the intro specifically.
Yeah, and they got like who was the first one to have like their face overlaid?
Troughton.
Was it Troughton? Was it?
Troughton had it. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So they just like took that later on.
But the Pertwee one is great. I always think of the Tom Baker one. That's iconic.
Wait, which Tom Baker one?
Have you seen Family Guy Blue Harvest?
Okay, that one. Yeah. Yeah, that one is pretty tight.
Yeah.
But
I'm not so keen on the later Tom Baker opening titles, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah. But for the episode itself, it is like it establishes like really well, so much so that it's basically used for every first companion episode.
Exactly. Even the way of like the companions are written, I think Ian and Barbara are actually really like good introductories. I mean, Ian's a science teacher, Barbara's a history teacher. That's like the two main facets of the show.
It's a good like
one of them's for forward and one of them's for backwards.
Genius.
I think they struck gold with this idea. I think they're gonna have some good success.
Maybe.
But they're written pretty well. I like how, or maybe I misremember this. They talk a lot about Susan before they actually like meet her, don't they?
Well, yeah, they talk about Susan.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking specifically of the flashbacks.
Those come a bit later.
Yeah. No, but obviously like they built up her character, so you basically have this idea of her in your mind, and then you get to meet her. I thought that was like pretty good.
I love those flashbacks.
Well,
it's impossible.
In the original pilot, those flashbacks are horrible. They're horribly acted.
Oh, we're not on the decimal system yet.
Well, what would be the fifth dimension? Space.
Yeah, she did a way better job on the.
I love Carol Adford because that's basically what she's done in the most recent episodes.
Yeah.
Grandfather, you clearly don't own an air fryer.
But yeah, I do really like. I do like the performances in this version of it. I do like how I don't know how old who plays Susan?
Carol Adford was quite young. Was she like 19?
I thought she was like 5.
Susan's 15, I think.
I think grandfather.
I think Carol.
Tom Holland's here.
Tom Holland. No, we can't steal jokes.
We're currently in the midst of planning the Captain Tom movie, and Tom Holland is our pick. For the lead role. We'll let you know how that comes along.
Yeah, well, depending on the success of the Odyssey.
Yeah,
we'll get back to you.
We need to know if he's a bankable star.
We'll say. One aspect to say about Susan's character, she is 15. Like regardless as if she's Gallifreyan or not, she is 15.
Yeah,
I think it's so funny how not subtle she is with everything.
I know she is just like. If I was trying to like express that I'm a time traveling alien, I don't think I would be this on the nose about it.
I think it makes sense if she was like, "Oh, my mistake." Like she obviously saying about the decimal system. She was like, we haven't got to the decimal system yet. It's like, girl, shut your mouth.
Girl, sit down. Just like.
It's like, I like the bit where she reads the book, the history book, and she's like, well, that's not right. But at least no one's there for
the French Revolution books, which is weird. In the pilot one, she's doing like a Rorschach test.
That was really
that
weird.
Was so funny.
Why?
I don't understand.
And she was like connecting dots. I'm glad they changed that because I was dumb as fuck.
Sense.
I didn't like it because I don't want to be watching my entertainment and see my parents fighting.
Maybe that's what she was looking for.
Yeah,
we don't know Susan's parents.
She's putting the
Maybe
connections
she's in
together.
therapy.
But yeah, speaking of the flashbacks, those are quite unusual. I've never seen Doctor Who use that format of just directly in her face.
Kind of scary.
Yeah, because they never go back to that sort of thing again.
No, because I'm like currently watching Classic Who. I'm at the end of series 2. I'm like going back to Unearthly Child.
Yeah.
Because I'm not binging them. I'm like going through quite slowly. It is funny. It is very different to how like the rest of the show is directed and shot.
Because you've seen quite a bit of Classic Who, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not doing it in the same way as Joe, where you're going in order.
Have to.
Crazy. I'm just watching whatever I own, which is just like a random assortment of episodes.
Do you like pre-select them though when you like buy one?
Well, I've got some of the box sets of the seasons, so I'll go through those. Like most recently, I finished season 26, the last season, and now the next one I've got in the season format is season 14, so I'm going to be giving that one a go.
Which one's that?
So it's Tom Baker. It's Sarah Jane's last season.
Oh, okay.
Well, we talked about the companions. Should we talk about the Doctor himself? Because we talked about Hartnell, but we haven't talked about like the Doctor.
Yeah.
Silly hat.
Silly hat.
I like the hat.
Good fit. Love
yeah.
his fit. Looks so cozy.
Yeah, it does. Oh wait, before we go on, I just want to say in the pilot, Susan in the TARDIS is wearing the worst outfit I've ever fucking seen in my life. Yeah, have you seen it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
The fucking she's wearing like a shitty ass like gold vest like on top of her shirt. She has like no drip in the
original
remake.
pilot.
Yeah, in the original pilot.
I watched it. I just didn't notice it.
That's just how they dress in the 49th century.
Oh, yeah, that was weird that they mentioned that. I forgot though in the aired pilot, I forgot that they fully do say that they're aliens.
Yeah.
Because like obviously like Gallifrey isn't mentioned until like the third Doctor. Like they don't just say outright like we're from this planet.
When did they start referring to themselves as like Gallifreyans?
It was John Pertwee, I believe.
Yeah. Gallifrey as a planet like wasn't named until
Really?
season 3.
Yeah.
Not season 3, the third Doctor.
But like Time Lords were like that was like a Troughton thing, wasn't it?
Time Lords, technically the Time Meddler
is a Time Lord.
Is a Time Lord, but they don't mention that he's a...
I haven't got that. I am literally like that's the next episode. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
I don't... They say they're of the same race as the Doctor, but they don't establish Time Lords. I think the first time they ever really say Time Lords is during Troughton's regeneration into Pertwee.
Oh, so it's like kind of like it's like
which is a great story, by the way.
Yeah.
10 parts, and I know, Joe, you would have this experience. Anything longer than 4 parts needs to earn that reputation.
God, yeah.
Does it earn 10 parts?
It's great. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's really solid.
I'm really excited to get to that. But yeah, sorry, I'm still looking up Susan's fit.
Yeah, they do the whole classic thing of like running into the TARDIS and then being like, I love how much Barbara doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Ian's like freaking
what the
out.
fuck, man?
Barbara's
just like just like, Susan, are you okay?
She's a caring person. She's like,
yeah.
I'm going to make sure this child is safe.
We haven't really talked about... I want to talk about... I love this TARDIS set. I think this is gorgeous.
I like it as well. I really do.
I think it's so striking.
Yeah. It's so... Maybe it's just because of the limited budget. They made it like quite minimal. But it's obviously so timeless now. They stuck around that they more or less did like a version of it for the new one.
Yeah, like... the console being in the center, the round things.
Yeah,
things.
The round things. Fucking love the round things.
Yeah.
But it's just, it looks so good. I love that. I don't even know the specific aesthetic of it, but that sort of like submarine console looking thing.
I really like the aspect of it.
It's just what they had lying around, pretty much. It was just like,
but it's so fantastic. They just stuck with that because it looks like
it's pretty much the console they used throughout the entirety of the Classic Who. It's not 100% the same, especially in the Fourth Doctor's era. There's a blip where it's completely different. But
is this the one where they like made of wood?
Yeah.
I know about the wooden TARDIS.
Like, it's pretty much this up until the movie in 1996.
But it's so good. I love the circularness of the room. It's just like it's sort
open.
of it makes it more like a
Thoughts on the doors?
Which doors?
I never minded that the doors don't match the outside. Obviously, I like that in New Who it does match. The TARDIS doors on the inside.
Oh, like the way they're basically just extensions of the wall.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
But it's a fucking bigger on this inside time machine. Doesn't need to make no sense.
I guess so. But...
I love the abrupt cut of Barbara going through the
just like
the police box doors.
It's just the sound difference.
Yeah. Like silence.
And
as
in the
well.
original pilot, just the doors clanking. In the background. It's so great.
Yeah. No, I never mind that. I love the design of this TARDIS.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, and I love the Doctor, just how he discusses like time travel. Like once it's almost like kind of how we'll get to it, but how Eccleston is like on the edge, like, oh, I don't really want like a companion, but like he can't help himself.
Yeah,
I feel that same way with William Hartnell, where it's almost like he doesn't really want Ian and Barbara there, but
no,
he can't help
really
but like,
yeah, he's having a bit of fun.
yeah, like I fucking love when he said, I've written it down, like when he says, "Have you ever thought about what it's like to be wanderers of the fourth dimension?"
That's a damn
Like,
crazy hard line.
You can't drop that and then be like, right, leave.
Yeah,
It's like if he's enticing them.
Yeah,
Part of him's like, oh, I don't
because
want
like
these
he's
people.
enticing them, because in a way he's enticing us.
Yeah, because they are the
audience.
audience stand-ins in a
Yeah.
way.
So, do you believe, especially you as a teacher,
Yay.
do you believe it's good to stalk children?
Is it
They had
would you
a-
ethically?
Would I do this? No. But they had a safeguarding issue. She tried to go through the proper channels. They got her nowhere.
They took things into their own
They
hands.
took things into their hands. They shouldn't have. I will say it was the 60s, and fuck me, teachers used to hit the kids back then.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, fully. So, you know, this is the
That's
least
why
thing
you got
they
into
could
the
do.
profession.
But I
I'm
will
going
say,
to bring back corporal punishment.
capital punishment.
Oh my God.
I think it would, because I did write down like they're stalking her, but I like that Barbara's trying to justify it, and Ian's like, no, we just both think she's freaky, and we want to know why.
Yeah.
Like, I think that almost makes it better that they're not like, we're doing this because we care. Like, obviously they do care. I think it's funny that
They just have this, like,
acknowledge it.
curiosity
They're both
of
just
it.
like, we need to know.
What is up with this little weird ass kid?
Yeah.
Why is she living in this box? That's
Why is she making Rorschach tests? Why is she...
Why is she making Rorschach?
Well, why is she listening to John Smith and the Common Men? Like,
I love a little radio thing. I think that's adorable.
Yeah.
It's
of
just
course
like,
you'd love the radio.
fuck you, man. Yeah, it's tight as shit.
But no, it is a massive safeguarding issue.
You'd see me
I'm
in the
more
60s with
concerned-
my little radio.
I'm genuinely surprised you don't have like a little Morse code thing so we can contact you. Beep,
Yeah,
beep, beep, beep,
that'd be sick. We should get one of those.
Don't give me ideas.
I, for one, am more concerned, less with the fact they stalk her, more with the fact that Barbara is like, Susan, wait here, goes to Ian's classroom, and then starts chatting shit about it.
Yeah.
However, I will say,
Yeah.
off the record,
Off the record. This is on the record. You could not be more on the record.
teachers do that.
Yeah, they do.
Teachers do
Sorry,
that.
kids. If you're a child listening to this, first of all, don't.
Yeah, don't.
Second
Just
of all, they speak shit
They
about
speak
you.
shit about you. Just be a good kid. They won't talk shit. Well, apparently not, actually, because it's like, this weird girl's doing too good.
Yeah. But
then,
I
like,
like how they
She's so
describe...
good at some things, but so oblivious at others.
I know. Could you
Yeah.
imagine a teenager?
To be fair, I do like that the thing they point out is like, she doesn't know how money works.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
I just
I
like
don't know why
that.
she didn't-
And she'd been there for, what, like 5-6 months?
Yeah, a while. She should know.
Yeah, she should know by then.
Yeah.
No wonder he leaves her behind in the
Get lost, Susan.
22nd century when she finds a
Yeah.
man.
Grandfather, I've met a boy. Okay.
Someday
Goodbye.
I'll come back.
Oh, yeah.
I'll come
Yes,
back.
I shall come back.
But since it is the 60s, this is like the only time where it being a police box makes sense.
Yeah,
and
it
they
is
just
funny.
like kept the...
I know you haven't seen the rest of this serial.
Yeah, I have. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen that and the Daleks and a little bit of the one that came after. I can't remember what.
Okay, Edge of Destruction.
Yes.
I love Edge of Destruction.
Yeah, it's really funny how in the next episode, just like, oh, the TARDIS didn't change. How peculiar.
Yeah.
It's like the first thing, and they're just like, no, we can't.
But this
afford
is like
to
the
do
only
this.
one where, in context,
It
it would
makes
make sense
sense.
to use that
A
as
little bit of
disguise.
trivia. The TARDIS does change into a different thing in one episode of Classic Who.
Ooh.
Is the
What
episode
does it
lost?
turn into?
Oh, I think I know this.
Do you?
Fuck. I know of this. I can't remember. It's like one of those things where you'll
I'll
say
give
it
you a
and I'll
clue.
be like,
They
oh,
revisit not Trotters. Totters
Trotter's
Lane.
Lane. I
Is
got,
that
it
boy?
I
Is it
got
like
my
a-
trotters out right now.
Oh, dude. A bin?
No, not a bin. I don't think it's a bin.
No.
It's
It's
fucking,
very weird. It turns into a fucking piano.
What?
No,
Yes.
it does. I've seen this.
You've seen this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did they get out? Did they come out of
the
the...
top.
Oh,
It's in the Colin Baker story, Attack of the Cybermen.
oh, okay. Damn.
That's
So
pretty sick.
they started experimenting with it, you know,
Yeah.
20-something years later.
And then stopped, which is
Yeah.
good.
To be fair, the police box is fantastic.
Oh, it's great design.
Is there there's like no police boxes ever around that isn't just a remake of the TARDIS now?
No.
Yeah.
Do they all just look like that? Or is that just like...
I mean, they don't all look like that. A lot of them were smaller than that. The TARDIS is quite big
Yeah.
for something that's small.
Yeah.
It's quite big. I don't know. These days they just stick a defibrillator in there.
Yeah.
Or make it a little public library.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the Doctor gaslighting them.
There's nothing in there.
There's nothing in there.
You're
That
insane.
box. You
No,
want to
you
put in that
don't.
box? We didn't.
For fuck's sake.
I heard her screaming. No, we didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, we didn't.
No, you didn't. Or if you're in the pilot, it's just like, no, you didn't.
No, go on.
We just saw a young girl walk into there. No, you didn't.
No, you
Have you
didn't.
got her locked up in there?
No, I haven't.
What's the implication?
Oh, God. Yeah. That's...
Well, fun
I mean,
fact.
you've talked about Always Sunny. What's the implication?
Well, actually, fun fact. The reason Susan is his granddaughter is because they didn't want to have to deal with the implications of a young child travelling with the Doctor who wasn't related to him. Which is really funny, because Susan then leaves and then Vicky joins, who is just Susan but not his granddaughter.
Incredible.
Like, I like Vicky, don't get me
And
wrong,
they're
but, yeah.
sterile.
They are canonically sterile.
What, Vicky?
The
Time
Doctors.
Lords.
Time
Oh,
Lords.
right. I thought you were talking about... I thought you meant
Fuck
this is like...
Vicky.
Oh, Doctor,
sterile.
can I come with you? I'm sterile. We can't fuck. Come along.
Come on,
There's
child.
this creepy guy in like a mask or something. It's only 2 episodes. You know the one where Vicky's introduced.
Oh, yes. It is only 2 episodes. It's got a cool alien thing in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name again? Got a cool name. Cool last name.
This is what most of our conversations are like, where they try and referencing something
it
really
The
obscure, and then
Rescue?
they just sit in
The
silence
Rescue,
trying to
yeah.
remember it.
The Rescuers Down Under.
With Vicky's actress who did the interview on the Blu-ray bonus features, where it's like, my job was making sure William Hartnell didn't say anything offensive.
Killian.
What? Oh, Killian.
Yeah. He's in the Whoniverse logo.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'll have to look at that closely.
Yeah.
I kind of blank out when that look comes on.
You know, the full length one.
Yeah,
That they
yeah.
don't show.
So they fall on the console, and then they get sent back to the Stone Age.
Grandfather, no.
Grandfather, no! In the original pilot, it was just like it
I'm
just
gonna
did
look
it.
up. He's shocked. In both versions, he electrocutes Ian knowingly.
Did he?
Well, it's implied that he knows, because it's like, Susan's like, Grandfather, no, it's live, and then Ian touches something and gets electrocuted.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of implies that, like, he knew.
Just like, yeah, go on.
In the original pilot, he just electrocutes him on the console. In this one, he has like the fake chewing gum, and he offers him some.
So
Go
was
on,
Chesterton.
take it. That was the 60s. They didn't have that as commonly back then. So it was like a new thing.
I'd be
Time
so
travel.
pissed if that happened and I didn't know what it was.
Imagine being the first guy.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, imagine being the first guy who got the electric chewing gum. God, that would suck ass.
Imagine being that guy from Nathan For You
What?
who has the burger, and then he's just like, "Oh, you cheated the line, so you have to. Your punishment is to take some chewing gum on the boat." You remember?
I don't remember that.
Before we
things in
move
my
on
head.
to like the modern era of Doctor Who, I will say one of my favorite bits is Adventure in Space and Time, because it's
Oh yeah,
like,
we're gonna talk about that quickly.
yeah, we'll talk about that.
So you haven't seen it? Do you remember it well
I
enough?
have seen it.
I know.
No, you
I
haven't
meant in
rewatched.
like.
I
for
didn't
this
watch
one.
it like last night because we watched Superman,
Yeah, we didn't have enough time.
and then
to
I
do it.
came home, and my sister was on the phone for a while, and then I watched it.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
To be fair, it's like 70 minutes.
It's a
yeah,
fun movie.
and I watched it like
Longer than fucking
3 years ago.
An Unearthly Child and Rose combined.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it does follow the whole.
Every moment, like what a fucking like. Oh, here's
the-
your TARDIS, and then it's like a tight shit little model, and like
Yeah,
Grand music.
It is like kind of cliche. I remember, but the things that like hold up to me, I do really like the performances.
I really like the performance. I think the casting is really good.
Yeah,
and for
yeah.
a made-for-TV movie that
Yeah, that
aired
was-
on BBC Four.
And like you said, it's the best thing Mark Gatiss has written.
Yes,
yeah,
it's
And-
really well written. I
yeah,
do think that's good.
and as it goes along, it does become more of a like a William Hartnell thing.
Yeah,
more or
yeah,
less.
and I like that because it's like you know, I like how it's it doesn't really show the actors who play companions, because for years they were like coming and going, and he was still there.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I love seeing how like him saying like, I need to know what the buttons do because like kids will notice. I think that's so like nice. Him and his granddaughter. One of my favourite bit though, it's nothing to do with Film Heart, but it is to do with the whole like dramatization thing aspect of it.
Yeah.
Is Sidney Newman reading the script of the Daleks and saying exterminate while the Kennedy assassination is happening. That's incredible edit.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
Yeah.
But like, as someone who didn't know much about the story, it did illuminate some parts.
It is. It's a really good way.
Like
of,
how because I don't think I knew that the director was were they Indian?
Yes.
Yeah, or were they Pakistani?
He says Indian.
Okay.
I don't know specifically, but he says.
But I didn't know that. They can't
also...
say he's gay, so they make him look at men. So that was good enough.
He was gay though.
Yeah, I know.
In real life, yeah. Doctor Who's always been.
I know, but they can't say that in the movie, so they just cut to him looking at men.
Looking at men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Doctor Who
But
went woke.
he's played
by Sacha Dhawan, the guy who then went on to play the Master.
I completely forgot.
And what was the Doctor he was acting against?
Jodie Whittaker.
But he's really good as well.
Yeah, he is really good.
Yeah, good strong performances all around.
I was trying to think of trivia about Sacha Dhawan, and the only thing that came into my head is just like, oh yeah, he's got Crohn's.
Does he?
He does, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, okay. Which one's Crohn's?
The one Mr. Beast has.
Mr. Beast has Crohn's?
Yeah.
What's Crohn's?
That's what I thought I had.
What is it?
I'm sorry, I'm not a fucking medical dictionary.
Then why are you
dude.
saying it like that?
I'm sorry, people know what Crohn's is, you know? Educated people.
Do you?
Yeah.
What is it?
Big shitting.
Is it?
Yeah, it's inflammatory bowel disease.
Why did you tell me?
It's.
Well, why didn't I tell you that Sacha Dhawan had Crohn's?
No,
before
what
this?
Crohn's is.
I love the shot of the Cybermen smoking. I like all the crew mischief that's happening.
My favorite parts of it are like when they're actually like producing the episodes. I love that part.
Well, people used to fucking smoke out of the Dalek suits all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Like smoke would be rising from the Daleks.
People used to smoke in front of babies.
So
The babies would smoke.
Despite what we think, would you have greenlit Doctor Who?
The first episode?
The first episode?
By 1960 standards, absolutely.
I would have as well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if we're in this scenario, we're in the 1960s, then I, being a cis, white, straight male,
The target audience.
I would say, no, we're not going to let this show that's being produced by a woman get on our televisions. But I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
Yeah.
Should we talk about how it must have been good, because we then got, it was on for 26 seasons, got cancelled, and then A Certain Man.
Do you know
wanted
why?
to bring it back.
It didn't get cancelled.
It just faded off.
Technically, I guess
Okay,
it is
so
a
the history coming to
cancellation.
Rose is way more complicated than just starting a new show.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Let's speed fire this, okay?
Okay.
In the 80s, numbers were dipping, and the BBC control at the time was just like, this show is bad and cheap and makes everything else look cheap in comparison. Eventually just started putting in a bad time slot, so it was competing
As
with...
in, like, it brings down the overall, like, reputation of the BBC.
Yeah.
So they started putting it against Coronation Street in the schedules, which Coronation Street is Star Wars for British mums.
Yes.
And
Coronation Street?
Yeah.
Isn't that ITV?
Yeah.
Was Doctor Who airing on ITV?
No, it was on the schedule. It was on BBC
was
One at the same time.
Competing.
So it was competing in the schedule,
right.
so it was going up against that. And it got put on a hiatus in the Colin Baker era. Doctor in Distress.
Yes,
song.
banger. You ever
And
seen that,
then-
Viv?
Seymour?
They did like a Band-Aid song called Doctor in Distress.
How does that go?
Doctor in Distress.
No.
Bring him back
now,
now, we won't
I know the
take
KLF
less.
song, though. The one you own on...
Doctor
Do...
Do you know who did the...
Gary Glitter?
you know who worked?
Da-da...
Joker.
Da-da-da-da...
Do you know who worked on Doctor in Distress?
Hey!
Some would say I have listened to a Patreon paywalled
I
episode.
learned this morning.
Wow.
Hans Zimmer.
What about him?
He worked on the song Doctor in Distress.
Did he?
Yeah.
Fuck you, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
What
this is
Here I was
prime
thinking he was a hack.
Anyway, it
go on.
kind of got told that, oh yeah, the show will come back, Sylvester McCoy, but it's not going to be for a while, and that never came. So it was cancelled, but it was quietly cancelled.
Kind of like what's happening right now.
Some might say. And then in the 90s...
They're just putting a pillow over his face and just like waiting for it to suffocate.
What's his name? I want to say Matthew Sweet, but I don't think that's right. Anyway, tried getting a new version steamrolled. Steven Spielberg was involved for a while on the 90s movie. So it was going to be a TV movie, and that was basically going to be the pilot for the show. It didn't really do big numbers in America. It did pretty well over here in the UK.
Because it's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
It didn't lead to anything. There was The Curse of Fatal Death in 99, Children in Need.
That's the one with Rowan Atkinson and written by Stephen Moffat, right?
It is.
It's the best thing Stephen Moffat has written. I fucking love that BBC.
There's
Children in Need.
also the 30th anniversary 3D thing with EastEnders. I'm not going to go into it.
No. Please go into that. What the fuck are you talking about?
Have you never heard of this?
No.
Okay. So, have you ever heard of classic Doctor Who villain, the Rani?
Yes. Possibly.
Well, what if the Rani had an evil plan? And the plan was, what if we brought all the Doctor Who actors to EastEnders? It was in 3D and in chunks on Children in Need.
Wait, when did this come out?
In 1993.
1993 3D. So like red and blue.
3D. Yes.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
And what if in Albert Square you had the Sontarans and the Sea Devils and basically all the actors, but not with their companions?
That sounds really strange. Why would they do this?
I've only seen a clip of the Rani from that. I've never seen any
so
more.
strange.
Have you seen it?
Yes, and I still don't know if I understand it.
Maybe they were hoping to like... I don't know. When did the TV movie come out? 1990...
96.
96.
Oh, so this was pre that.
Yeah, it was 3 years before that. Yeah, Dimensions in Time is the name of it. I just think of it as...
The
that.
EastEnders one. That's how I think of it.
The EastEnders.
EastEnders one.
It's definitely something.
Yeah. Can't believe that didn't get a pilot. Like, didn't get a new series.
Yeah, I know.
And then
With such
in
a
the
strong
2000s,
basis.
they were like, okay, let's try and bring Doctor Who back again. Big Finish was doing okay at the time. That was sort of satiating the need, and Virgin New Adventures as well.
Yeah, I remember on like one of the first episodes of Doctor Who Unleashed, they did speak about, even though the show was done, the community of Doctor Who was like still like pretty
Doctor
pretty
Who
active.
magazine was still going strong.
Yeah. Like
all these years on. And then Doctor Who comes back with the 9th Doctor, and it's none other than Richard E. Grant in the role in a webisode called The Scream of the Shalka.
That's
so
canon now.
Doctor Who came back.
Is it?
Somehow.
It's
Rusty seems to think so.
Oh yeah, and what he says goes.
Yeah.
So yeah, are we talking Scream of the Shalka? I've got pages of notes.
Have you got any notes on that? Like, unironically.
It's a cartoon.
I know, but like...
That's my note. It's just it's a cartoon.
Can you still access it? Because it's like a website.
It's on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not like on a Dead Flash website or something?
Got Derek Jacobi as the master.
Yeah.
And then as that was airing on the BBC website, they announced, Doctor Who's coming back to TV. So that's why they only produced the 1 6-part animation.
Yeah. And who was it that brought Doctor Who back to our screens?
I don't know. Who is it, Garen?
Well, some might say he was coming off the smash hit of Queer as Folk.
You can't say that.
Joe, who would you say was brought back?
Well, some might say he was coming off, a very famous writer, coming off this famous show, Queer as Folk, I can say it.
Brackets, I can say it.
I mean, I was also going to say he did a show called The Second Coming with an actor called Christopher Eccleston, if that's of any relevance.
Is it?
Very interesting.
I didn't know that. Fair enough.
I knew about the Jesus
You've picked me
Christ
up.
Chris Eccleston show.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I would like to.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'd like to see some Russell T. Chris Eccleston beef show.
Yeah.
Back when they were friends.
Oh, well, funny thing. Because, so we'll talk about, we'll get to it in a sec, but yeah, the Russell Davis came on with a couple other people.
Yeah.
They don't
what are
need
their
to
names?
be named.
Jim Gardner, Phil Collins, Jane Tranter.
You're saying it with such peculiar cadence. I wonder what you might be referring to.
Nothing in particular.
Okay. We're too obsessed with the show. We know like every production of all that's ever occurred with this thing. It's not like other shows where we just like...
Are we going to start slating Keith Boak? Who knows?
But yeah, it's... And they were like, we're bringing the show back. We need a modern take. We need a modern doctor, modern companion. So like, we're going to get Christopher Eccleston, who I watched an interview with that aired on BBC. And they asked him, why did you choose to become Doctor Who? And he said, because it was written by Russell T Davies.
Interestingly, though, he didn't formally audition for the role.
No, he didn't. Right.
He was like, he went to Russell and was just like, I heard you were doing this. I would like to throw my hat into the ring. I haven't done comedy. I haven't done...
He wanted something
for children.
Yeah, because he said like they were looking for someone with like charm and charisma, and he was like,
I know we've been kind of hinting at it, but should we explain the beef that they have?
Well, it's funny.
Seemingly,
actually, yes, I want to just address one aspect because I thought it was really interesting because obviously Christopher Eccleston still talks about Doctor Who, which is funny because another thing the interviewer says is "You will always be Doctor Who," which almost feels like a curse.
Yeah,
but it's true. And one thing that he brings up, it's only a 10-minute interview, but Christopher Eccleston says, pretty much with every question, is he is just bigging up the crew. He's constantly like, the people on this show, like who work on the show are amazing, and they do such amazing things.
Yeah.
And like long and short of the beef, we weren't there, we don't know what happened, but there was some sort of falling out, and it was likely to do with, the production side of things. There's a very famous clip of Christopher Eccleston saying, wow, he would only come onto the show if they sacked the producers who worked on the show because he just didn't get on with them while they were making it.
Yeah. We kind of meme on it, but...
So, block one of the show, when it started filming, it was Aliens in London, World War III, and Rose, all directed by Keith Boak, and all written by Russell T Davies. The producers, the writers, they had never done a show with such a grand scale, budget, special effects. They were
like way over their head.
Quite frankly, the fact that the show turned out to be as good as it was on a wish and a prayer.
Yeah.
They didn't really have a protocol in place to deal with a shit show because they didn't expect anything would happen because they didn't know.
Yeah.
And not to, exonerate them of blame, obviously as a producer of a TV show,
it's like
you got to know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, it's your job to look after your crew. It's your job to look after the actors.
They were probably not at the right stage in their career to take this on.
Yeah.
I think they weren't suited for this kind of television production in 2004 when they started filming.
Which is, but it's kind of like the tale of like any sort of like trouble production, where obviously when like it turns out like shit, you're just like, of course, it had a trouble production. But it's always like, it's kind of a miracle if it turns out even like, oh, that was like pretty good or something.
The fact it turned out so like good.
Yeah.
Like to the quality it was.
Yeah.
There's so much great content that's forged in flames.
Yeah.
And speaking of flames, there is a very infamous story about a burning sofa.
What?
A burning sofa. So there was... It's not documented. Nobody's like officially commented
so this is
on
like
it.
These are some rumored territories.
This is fables that are passed down the grapevine.
So
of
take
the
everything
Doctor Who
with a grain of
production
salt.
team.
Yeah.
So there were stunts or something happening on the set of, I believe it was Rose. And the director, Keith Boak, didn't really have that much of a safeguard in place for the actors and the crew, and there was a whole palaver with a burning sofa. Somebody got hurt. And as the lead actor of the show and someone from a working class background and someone who's got a great deal of respect for, the people they work with, I think this was something that Christopher Eccleston was just like, look, we need something in place. This is not acceptable.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think this is like one of the big moments that are really like?
I think this, but also not to have to go through the whole conversation about these three individuals. Sorry, I forgot about one of them. Certain crimes were committed on the set of.
Was it this early on?
Yeah.
Really?
So there are documented stories about John Barrowman, Noel Clarke, and Bruno Langley. Not so much Bruno Langley, because there's nothing documented about him doing something on the set of the show.
Is he just like sort of like...
He's Adam. So he's a cunt for that, but also a cunt for his crimes. But...
Was he supposed to be like in more episodes, and then they just kind of dropped it?
I don't think so.
I think Adam was written as like a...
Okay,
it was meant to prove that Rose is...
a good companion.
Yeah.
And Adam was meant to be the example of a bad companion.
There were definitely things that John Barrowman and Noel Clarke did on the set that they seemingly got away with, and obviously Christopher Eccleston didn't have a lot of respect for the showrunners of the show when there was that happening and endangering people.
Yeah, so it does leave like a massive like mark on it.
Yeah, and also he's been very candid about this in his own books and his struggles with anorexia. Eccleston. It wasn't intended to be in the script for the episode Dalek, but him...
Oh, yes.
Having to be shirtless for a torture scene, that was at the behest of Julie Gardner, I believe. Maybe Jane Tranter, but I think Julie Gardner. And that was something he was very uncomfortable with doing, because it wasn't planned that way. It wasn't in the script.
And it wasn't even necessary as well.
Yeah, they could have just totally just did like
kept the shit on.
So I think it was
the fucking like X-ray machine.
We weren't there. We don't know what exactly happened.
No.
I don't know. There's enough testimony. There's enough like gathered information where you can kind of realize like this was a very troubled production. Yeah,
it was
at best.
It was a great season of television.
Yeah, it was a very well written, very well acted, very well produced.
In spite
of all the malpractice that was occurring at the time.
Sorry if you're going to hear any background noises.
I know.
This
Coco is going ape shit.
Coco's losing his mind. He is rolling on our like microphone equipment. He's going insane. Coco. He's just like live.
This should be a segment of the show.
Coco goes ape shit. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to hear about the trouble production of BBC's Doctor Who, but we're just going to have to talk about it.
So he left the show.
Well, it's funny you say that, because in the interview, one of the questions is, are you going to stay on Doctor Who? Because like people saying, like the interviewer says, people expect like, you're in it for the long run.
Yeah.
Are you going to stay on Doctor Who? And he kind of dodges the question. He doesn't even say yes, but he doesn't say no. He's just like, the whole point of the show is about change. And then the guy explicitly was like, do you regenerate at the end of this season? And Christopher, he just dodges the question expertly, but to the point where I'm like, if I was watching back then, almost like we were with Shooty now, I was watching back then, I'd be like, fuck me. Like, at least Shooty, it was still kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
Because they also released photos of the episode where it's like, oh, he must not regenerate because they've released this picture.
Yeah.
Whereas if I was watching that fucking Eccleston thing, I'd be like, damn, he's in it for one season. That's
it.
But yeah, I
think if memory serves right, his departure was announced after the broadcast of The Unquiet Dead.
Really,
the third episode.
I guess they got to get ahead on it, maybe. I don't know.
Did they have to do like rewrites for the like season finale?
Yeah, I believe so. Well, we don't know exactly what the plan would have been, but there's speculation.
It seems like, I don't know, it seemed pretty seamless by the end of it.
Because it's not like written as a regeneration episode. I mean, the only thing that it's just the thing that causes the regeneration they would have to change.
Yeah.
Rose can still become the bad wolf.
Yeah.
And absorb the time vortex. Perhaps it's just he takes it into himself but doesn't die.
Yeah.
It could just be as simple as that.
I have no idea
No.
if this is legit, but I heard just season 2 was just like, oh, Rose does have that in her.
Oh,
But,
okay.
that's where, it started off in New Earth, because they were just like, they need to go to the hospital to find a cure.
Oh, maybe.
It's like her Phoenix saga.
Yeah. It's like what the Dr. Donna might have been if it wasn't just like, we can let it go.
Yeah, fuck it.
Last thing from the interview before we go into Rose as an episode.
Okay.
Eccleston says about how with the new series they really wanted to make sure that there wasn't sexist towards the female companions, and I think that's something that we'll talk about a lot when we get to Rose.
Yeah.
He says the central message of Doctor Who is to love life, and that Doctor Who, a lot of the new structure of Doctor Who was based on shows like Buffy and Smallville.
Yeah.
I saw that come up in multiple interviews I read, and in this he explicitly says Buffy has this sort of postmodern irony to it, where it's a bit cheeky, a bit jokey, which obviously Doctor Who is as well. It's very funny.
Yeah.
But he said Doctor Who as a show at its heart is sincere.
Yeah.
It is, it's got these messages about you've got one life.
Damn, he was shitting on Whedon even before it was cool.
Yeah.
Just fuck your post-ironic irony.
I actually have a point
Yeah,
kind of tied into that, if you don't mind a little tangent.
That is the end of my interview thoughts.
Okay. So before he was brought onto the show, because from my understanding, the idea to bring back Doctor Who was Jane Tranter's.
Yes. Yeah.
And obviously she knew Russell and brought him into the fold with Julie Gardner and Phil Collinson, and the crew. Russell had written an idea for a show in the early 2000s, which was called Excalibur.
Yeah.
And it was very much like Buffy, Monster of the Week. But the whole conceit of the show was, it was about this very, secret organization that's hidden underneath Cardiff that deals with aliens that comes out of a rift.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
That's a really good idea. I think they should use that
Yeah.
or something.
He eventually found a way to work that in. But that's my understanding, that Torchwood is kind of the precursor to Doctor Who.
It's funny that you say that, because Did you know?
Did you know? Did you know?
I know you know.
You fucking know everything.
Is this the ABBA?
What is the production title for Doctor Who to keep it a secret from leaking was Torchwood.
I was going to say, was it Blue Harvest?
I thought you were going to say about ABBA.
Which the ABBA thing?
You don't know the ABBA thing?
I think it sounds
I don't know
familiar.
the ABBA thing.
I know it's something to do with ABBA. I think I'm just...
So
You could be lying about 90% of these, and I have no fucking clue. The sofa incident, ABBA? What the fuck are you talking about?
if you look in the notes of the description, my sources will just be, I made it up. So...
I love learning things, because you seem to come up with new facts every single day about this thing. They could be the most micro thing, but they are always interesting.
Look, you've brought me onto these 2 episodes because these are my specialist subjects.
That's true.
If I were ever going to go on Mastermind, it would be Simpsons, Doctor Who, or Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. And alas, there is no Wallace and Gromit series.
Yet.
So
Would you come on for the Tiny Tim CBeebies special?
Tiny Tim?
Yeah, the fucking sheep one.
Do you mean Timmy Tom?
Yeah, I was going to say, his name's not Tiny.
Can we cut this out? Can we cut this out, please?
No, Viv made herself a fool. Tiny Tim!
That's the guy from fucking... God bless us, everyone.
It's like models after him.
You child, what day is it today?
Why, it's Christmas, sir.
That doesn't sound enough like a peasant.
I can't do voices.
Why is Christmas Day, sir?
That's better. That was me, actually. I did that.
Moving on.
Why?
ABBA.
Why? This is a good bit.
This is the worst bit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Benny and Bjorn.
These two are fucking
ABBA.
insufferable. You mess up one thing, it's not kind of, it's actually this title. It's like, it's actually called this, you fucking morons!
And Viv's very defensive.
Wow. You would be. If you hung...
If you hang out with us. Well, you only have to spend some time with me. I have to be with me all the time.
Okay,
Sorry.
fucking tell me about ABBA!
ABBA.
Benny and Bjorn from
From
ABBA,
ABBA.
the two Bs, they were real big fans of Torchwood. And
Wait, Torchwood specifically?
Torchwood specifically.
Okay, they're the only ones.
And they helped produce one of the most acclaimed and long-running Broadway shows of all time. And they were going to follow it up with a Torchwood show.
Damn.
Musical. It didn't come to fruition, but Jesus Christ, that would have been funny.
That would have been
That would
awesome.
have been pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I'm for that.
Yeah.
I'm all for turning non-musical things into musicals.
Yeah, Doctor Who musical.
Yeah.
Surprised they haven't. I mean, we
like-
almost got a musical episode, but like, they got one song and people were like, "Oh, it's too much." I want a full-on sung-through musical episode
Yes,
of Doctor
please.
Who. I'm like, come on, commit to it. Speaking of music,
Yeah.
we talked about Christopher Eccleston. We talked about Christopher Eccleston, but the companion, Billie Piper, was chosen because she was a pop star
Yeah, she was.
with incredible iconic hits such as "Because We Want To."
Yeah, because we want to.
And
you
why
gotta
did
play that
Russell
song so
hire her?
loud? Because we want to.
Why did you hire Billie Piper? Because we want to. Because we want to. Absolute
Banger
queen.
song.
Russell was actually a really big fan of the movie The Calcium Kid, in which she has a supporting performance.
Once again, I never know if you're joking or
I
not
don't know
about
if
these
that's
things.
true
You're
or
pulling
not,
bullshit.
actually.
You're saying ABBA likes
I didn't see
Torchwood.
anything about that one online. Is that true?
I don't. That's not why he cast her.
Okay,
but
right.
That she did have a supporting role in the film The Calcium Kid
It's pretty sick. Sounds like Bread Boy.
with Orlando Bloom.
What the fuck is Bread Boy?
That Lucas Gabriel from
Is that Food
High School
Boy?
Musical. Food Boy, my bad. I thought he was just bread.
Is the shot of him in the
Oh, that's
the
why it's-
bathroom with all the bread?
Yeah.
Have you not
We're
seen-
off topic. We've been off topic. Anyway, incredible episode.
I love this
I think
episode.
Rose is an incredible opening episode of any show. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely. Again, starting with a companion. I, as a child,
Okay.
was like,
I love this episode. I don't think it's perfect. I think
I
there
don't
are
think
some
it's
flaws.
perfect.
Yeah.
I, as a child, was like, Rose is the weakest companion.
Yeah.
And now, granted, I think season 2 onwards, my opinion changes. I think season 1 Rose, even just episode 1 Rose,
Yeah.
as a working class queen,
Yeah.
is a fantastic character. I think she's amazing. I like immediately her waking up, her going to work, just going through a
I
day
love
and
her
it being
bedroom.
so
Yeah, yeah.
mundane. It's
I love her
so
little shitty
mundane.
house. It's just
Yeah.
like
Why have you got a cat flap?
yeah, but even like comparing it to like New Who.
Who knew who?
Where I feel as though they're trying to go for that sort of similar like working class thing.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it's it captures it that well. I do think
I was named after a road.
but
Well, yeah, because I get that, because Ruby is like, we see a
Yeah,
lot more
she's
of
an
Ruby's
orphan.
family. And I like Ruby, but it's true of like, sure, we can see how Ruby's mum is working class.
Yeah.
We don't really know, like we don't know what Ruby does, like, as a job. and
She's in a
stuff like
band.
that. Yeah, but like, does that,
yeah, I know.
you know?
Yeah.
She works for that UKIP.
Oh, yes, she does.
But that's like, yeah, like I say, you see her like her tiny flat which she shares with her mum, and she just
Her
like
room is a mess.
her room is a
She
mess.
wakes up looking like shit.
She does. She like, oh god. And then yeah, you see her like go to work, and that's like where her introduction is, and it just like
Yeah.
says like a lot about her. And then when it comes to like her actual dialogue scenes, like between like her, Jackie, and Mickey, and like her reactions to everything, I think it's just her characterization is fantastic in this episode.
Yeah, even like one aspect of her character I love is when she goes into the TARDIS for the first time, and we'll talk about the TARDIS itself later, but like, she's in danger. She is being attacked. Like, her life is in danger. But she goes in, and she's like, I've got to go back out and see the outside of this thing.
Yeah.
Like, she goes back out where the danger is, just so she can walk around it. And I think, like, even little character moments like that, because that wasn't meant to be, that wasn't in the script.
Yeah.
The director made the choice of, like, we should, like, not see the TARDIS, we should just see Rose's reaction to it first.
Yeah.
And I think, like, centering it around Rose is, like,
Yeah.
central. I think that is the
And
thing
like
that works about this
their
somehow.
chemistry, like her and Christopher Eccleston, I think is fantastic, even like straight off the bat.
Oh, yeah, just
like
immediately.
their back and forth, like his like sort of condescension, but also
Yeah.
like just fucking with her, just kind
Yeah,
of, and her just kind of like trying to like come back, but not necessarily
She can
doing it.
she's trying to keep up, and I
Yeah.
think that's what he likes about her.
Yeah,
And, you know, I know we're talking about Rose here, but what an introduction to the Doctor.
yeah.
Oh, yes.
Just
like-
the hand grab. run.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Everything you need to know.
Even just like fucking in 2 minutes time, like the whole.
Also,
like,
they don't fuck around. 5 minutes in, it's just like straight away.
excuse me. Yeah.
Shop window dummies. I think, you know.
Yeah.
Interesting choice for villain. That's the one gripe I would kind of have.
I think it's interesting they chose the Autons because I think they wanted a returning villain, but they didn't want like a deep cut.
Yeah, they don't. Well, it's.
I think as a child, that captured my imagination. Just like, I've seen those in Matalan.
Yeah, those things.
We've seen those exact ones in those exact shops.
Yeah. Okay. This is this other connection we have to Doctor Who. We live in Wales. We're quite close to Cardiff, so just seeing all these locations, which are supposed to be both. I mean, some of it's.
I've
filmed
seen
in
that
London.
exploded building.
A good 5 minutes of it are filmed in London. The rest is Cardiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've seen that building, St. Mary Street. Like when Jackie's going into the shops, the
Queen's
fucking
Arcade.
escalator Jackie's on.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's
We
like,
go past that like literally all the time, so it does have that sort of like
The
home
the ending of the
familiarity.
episode is literally right where we saw Superman last night. It's
It is?
right-
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
You can see Cineworld off in the distance.
Yeah. So yeah, we do have that tie to it. And you know, again,
But all
that
the
just
money,
makes it
all
feel
the
so-
money shots are in fucking,
London.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they can't make the fucking London eye bit
And
in Wales.
They had like a
Could've gone
very
to the
short
bay.
window to shoot that scene on the bridge, and
I was
they timed it so well as well.
Yeah, because they wanted like buses and shit like driving up past.
Great
and it was
shot.
Like, yeah. And
Yeah.
it was clearly pissing off Chris like straight away because of Eccleston. It's like, oh, we're gonna get the buses in, all right.
Yeah.
And another thing, you know, I think it's a pretty solidly directed episode by Keith Boak. Really, like, great fundamentals.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the first choice of director, and I think it's
list.
pretty well known who the original choice was.
Who?
It was Edgar Wright, who had to
Yes,
decline
it
because he was
was.
doing post-production on Shaun of the Dead.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Could you imagine that?
That'd be so
all those
interesting.
match cuts. It would have been crazy.
Yeah.
And another Shaun of the Dead connection, Simon Pegg, who does show up in this season,
Yes.
was meant to play a different character.
Oh,
I
was
know
it?
the character.
Yeah.
I don't.
So he was
I know
actually meant to
nothing.
play
Rose's
Pete
father.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Really?
Rose's
Yeah.
father. So, speaking of Rose's parents.
But he probably would have been too big to come back in season
Speaking
2
of-
because he was in Mission Impossible at that point.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Speaking of Rose's parents.
the
The Queen.
The Queen, the
The
legend.
Queen.
The legend. If Rose Tyler is
the
working...
horny motherfucking bitch
Yeah.
She's in her
I'm in my
bedroom.
dressing gown.
in her dressing gown, anything could
She's
happen.
just met this man. Her daughter's workplace exploded. She's like, you should get compensation. A man comes, is like, I'm here to help with the compensation. And she's like,
Down to fuck.
I'm in my dressing gown. Jackie Tyler is iconic.
I love how much like she's like quite ditzy, but she always gets shit done.
She does.
She's
She's-
just like going about, just like, all right, I got the phone for your compensation.
Yeah, she goes to
and
the
she's
get
like a quite
compensation.
important part of this episode because she keeps it
Yeah.
like really grounded.
She genuinely does, and I fucking love this aspect of Jackie, especially now because me and my cousin Ellie are quite close, and we have this running joke of like our parents tell because our mothers are sisters, but even then they just tell everyone everything about our lives.
Yeah.
So the scene of Jackie on the phone and be like, she could have died. She was moments away from death, and then she switches to someone else.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, she is like the British mum.
Yeah,
She just
she's
embodies
fantastic.
that so well.
And who plays her?
Camille Cawdry.
Was it Camila Cabello?
Camila Cabello.
Camila Cabello.
God.
Camille, yeah.
Do you can't remember?
Was it Camille Cawdry?
Camille Cawdry, yeah.
Camila Cawdry.
Fantastic.
There we go.
She does like such a good job.
She did. So she's our second human. The third human is
Also, Noel Clark is our guest.
Noel Clark's there. I like Mickey in later episodes. I think he's vile in this episode.
He's just
Maybe
a-
vile's too harsh. He gives me the ick. He puts the ick in Mickey. He's
Why
so
is he-
gross.
What's he hiding in his emails? Not to sound like a Hillary conspiracist, but like, what's he
probably.
hiding in his
What
emails?
is he hiding? It's just gross. The way he grabs Rose's ass is like she almost died, and he's like, "I want to go watch the football."
Yeah.
And, like he's trying to be comforting, and like I get that that's kind of flirty. But it's just
It
like
was the 2000s. It was a different
I don't
time.
know what he's got on his computer, but bear in mind, this is a man who was able to hack into a nuke.
yeah, he nukes
In, like,
he nukes the fucking
three
parliament.
episodes.
This was 2005. Anyone who had a computer could hack a
The
nuke.
password is Buffalo.
True. Saying that, I think it says a lot of things to the fact that when Mickey becomes plastic, Rose doesn't notice. I think that if anything says that Mickey is not an attentive
Yeah.
boyfriend. I love what she's like saying about stuff, and Auton Mickey is like, "Tell me about the doctor," and Rose literally says, sorry, was I talking about myself for a second? It's like it's
Yeah.
very obvious that their relationship is quite turbulent.
Yeah.
UK sugar babe, honey sugar babe, yeah.
I hate wax Mickey. Fucking hate that shit, man.
With the commentary with
I hate his car.
I love his car.
I thought
I'm ready to fight over this. Sorry.
I genuinely thought, like, this feels like a choice. Why did they pick that car at that colour?
No
Is
idea.
it a reference?
No idea. The commentary doesn't say anything about it, but I'm sorry, I love his yellow Beetle.
I love the car, but not for Mickey.
No, it makes no sense that
No,
Mickey
you
would
should be
have
having
that
like
car.
a Suzuki or something.
As a mechanic, because that's his job.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make any
You'd
sense.
see him with like some, I don't know, some lowrider making really loud noises.
Yeah, it's
going
funny
around
because
the
he's trying to
Powell
pull an
estate.
intimidating face, and he's got like a fucking bright yellow car.
Yeah, when he goes to the conspiracist where we learn about the Doctor's involvement with the
Hey,
JFK.
Put some respect on the name of Clive.
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 Dad, it's one of your nutters.
No, I wrote it
Who I
down.
think is... I don't know if this is just me, but Clive is so Russell-coded.
He is. I was thinking this, funnily enough.
Who plays him? He looks really familiar.
I know the actor,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
He's
his
like a
in
staple.
he's in like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he's
you know?
like a staple of British TV.
Yeah. I love Clive. So this is what I was referring to earlier. In the commentary, Julie Gardner is fully like, this makes it look like the Doctor shot JFK. Was he on the grassy knoll? And she's questioning it. And I just think that's so funny. Even she was like, maybe we shouldn't have picked JFK.
Mark Benton, who's in The Second Coming, which is the other show that Russell did with Chris Eccleston.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
But yeah, I like how he comes back to get shot. That was cool.
Poor guy, he gets shot in front of his family.
This is what I genuinely like about early Doctor Who. They set up like kind of a likable character, and then they fucking murder them.
And not in the way of like Russell ends up doing, where it's like,
it's so
we're
obvious,
going to travel
like,
the stars, and they're going to come with me, and then they die immediately after.
It's like in End of the World, the second episode. Well,
with the tree woman.
The tree.
Yeah.
No, not to say the fucking the ventilation worker.
Oh yeah,
they have a really nice conversation with her and Rose, and then she just fucking bites it.
Yeah.
That off topic. That scene reshoot.
Was it
really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
The episode underrun. So they have to.
A lot of these episodes
I love that
underrun.
scene.
It's a great scene.
Yeah, no, and that's why I think it's just it's good because like it shows that you don't have to be like a piece of shit to die in this.
Yeah,
it can show anyone can.
Yeah,
in a way.
It's like Jackie. You're not there thinking like Jackie's safe. She's Rose's mum. Like no, she could have got shot in that.
Yeah,
like,
fucking Clive did.
Clive did. Saying about reshoots and like
club.
running short. Big thing from the commentaries was. These episodes, like, famously were running short. So you know this shot where, like, the Doctor is walking with Rose just before the whole, like, I can feel the turn of the earth thing.
The wide
where they're walking.
Yeah.
That was added in later.
Oh, that's a great shot.
So that's, like, cutting in between London and Cardiff.
That specific conversation where they're going down, that's like one of my favourite from the season.
So the scene where it's like, I can feel the turn of the earth. That was originally in there. But, like, more just the bumbling conversation.
Yeah.
And I like that aspect. I like to be honest, I think it does fill in the gap between those scenes, like, really well.
Yeah, it builds on their relationship. It shows their chemistry.
Okay. I love the turn of the earth conversation. I think that's a really good way of framing like the Doctor and like who he is and like.
About what? Sorry.
The turn of the earth conversation.
Oh yeah.
Although it did fuck me up as a child because I didn't quite understand that like the earth only spanned like once a day.
Yeah.
When he was like, I can feel the earth turning at thousands of miles per hour. I thought the earth was like fucking spinning like a Beyblade.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's
like,
going so quick, it feels slow,
yeah.
rather than it obviously just like,
Yeah, it's so massive that it's like, that's
I
actually
can
not
feel
that
it too,
fast.
but I don't go out aura farming on it.
He was trying to pick up girls.
Yeah. No, he could have anyone he wants. He could have Jackie anytime he wants.
Truly. No. In any incarnation as well.
Quick
the bag.
Quick shout out, Murray Gold. He's always he's fucking great, but I do like his techno his opening for these. I think it really works for the opening, and we also get the introduction to the
Doctor's theme. Yeah, I think it's so interesting how like over like the years of the show and how the themes have changed. That'd be good, and how the themes have changed, like to almost like more action adventure style themes. I think I love that his like musical motif in this like first series is like it's mystery.
It's so good.
Oh, yeah. Doctor Who.
Ooh. This is what happens when you record for 2 hours at a time.
That opening sequence, it's
tight.
It's so good.
Sick.
It's so fast paced and bombastic. It doesn't lose the identity.
I genuinely think it's like one of the best ones they've done, but like since Modern Who, purely just because of how fast the TARDIS is moving.
Yeah.
Like that's the best part.
But the season 4 remix with the guitar,
I think that's kind of corny, but
badass. It's like when they did Halo 2.
But it's like no, the whole new theme is like tight as fuck, and the whole score in general. Like the opening montage works really well with that. You know, it's really good. It really like and like the quieter scenes.
And it's the first time we see the classic shot of here's the Earth.
Yeah, we do the zoom in.
That's
they were quite ambitious. Russell wanted to do another ambitious shot in this, which is and I said about it earlier with the TARDIS reveal.
Yeah,
he wanted it to be a one shot of Rose entering the TARDIS, but it wasn't. They weren't able to do it.
And it was something they weren't able to do for another 7 years.
Yeah, 7 years. They didn't do it until the Snowman. So I thought that was interesting. But I love the way they reveal the TARDIS with this. Like Rose going in and we don't see it yet.
And also we do like see the TARDIS like before that scene.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
like,
we see the outside.
Yeah.
And then like...
But it builds up mystery.
Yeah, but then seeing like the interior, we don't even see it at first. We sort of see Rose's reaction to it.
And as someone... Obviously, I'm not someone who grew up with the classic show, but... I can just imagine like somebody who grew up on the show, just like seeing like all these things just like trickled in, you know. Nowadays, and this is maybe a conversation about, you know, legacy sequels and
a
lot of
I was
nostalgia.
about to say this. Isn't this like kind of like it's in almost a similar vein, but it does it like well.
Yeah, it
relies on
quite...
the same motifs, like the visual motifs and whatever, but it doesn't like lean so hard on them. You can. Yeah. This is a good introduction.
Yeah, it's not like. Here's like a shot of us pulling a sheet over the Ecto-1 and it's the slow Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah, no.
I think it helps as well as like we don't learn everything about the Doctor. Like they don't mention the fact that like Regeneration is hinted at because he looks in the mirror of himself and is like described like it's clearly the first time he's seen his own face.
Yeah.
But like you know, we don't get that he's a Time Lord. We don't get...
If this is like your first time watching it, you wouldn't get that joke.
No, that's what I mean.
Going back to it is just that's a great joke.
That's what I mean in the way of like, a lot of legacy sequels feel like making big moments out of everything.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, it's just kind of like, if you know, you know. If you don't, then it's just kind of like a thing he does.
Yeah, it's just like kind of a quirky moment.
That shot of just Rose running past the TARDIS.
Yeah.
You know, that's I don't think it's not big, but it's, you know, for someone who grew up on that, they'd be like, oh,
yeah,
they're still keeping the phone box. They could have changed it. Yeah. They could have changed so much about the show, like going into the 21st
and that's
century.
Where
they changed the format.
But the one thing I'm also glad they kept the same was the sound effects they used for like the TARDIS. It's like the exact same ones.
Yeah.
But why would you?
Yeah.
They talked about editing it, and Russell T Davies was like, "No, absolutely not." Like just in terms of like changing the pitch and stuff.
Yeah.
Like adding.
I was surprised they didn't like do that, but they kept it the same. And thank God, because it is timeless. Those sound effects are fantastic.
They filmed some of this in London.
Yeah.
Obviously, they had to get some big London landmarks in there. We see a bit of
Trafalgar Square.
Trafalgar Square. Yeah, I was going to say Leicester Square. 2 minutes away. Trafalgar Square. We see the bridge.
They see Leicester Square as well, don't they?
No. It's Trafalgar Square.
Okay.
But predominantly the big wheel.
The big wheel.
The London
Where would they hide that?
Oh, where would they hide it?
It's a great little bit.
And you get his catchphrase.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
I only say fantastic because of him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, genuinely.
What's your favourite Doctor catchphrase?
Oh wait, so
honestly, fantastic.
Fantastic. Alonzi. Geronimo.
Clara. Brilliant.
Babes?
You could say babes. He says Harriana.
I do say babes
times.
a lot now, though.
But,
we do actually. Yeah,
he probably says babes more.
We do say babes more because of.
I know my least favorite. I fucking hate Geronimo. Felt so forced.
Geronimo was so forced. They stopped doing it after like half of the first
Thank
season.
Fuck, that was so annoying. It's just like,
it was a bit too twee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole Doctor is too twee.
Clara.
I mean, I think you could tell Moffat regretted the fact that other than literally Clara.
Clara. But that's so
Capaldi
natural.
Didn't have, because it wasn't a catchphrase. He just says Clara a lot.
Yeah.
Capaldi didn't have one because obviously Moffat was like, well, I hated, like, Geronimo didn't work, so I'll just not do one.
But favorite is probably Babes. Even though that's not a catchphrase, that is literally just a thing he says. But that's what makes it so good. It's so natural.
Well, fantastic is just a thing he says, but like, you know.
But I don't know. They emphasize that. He has like a close up when he says it.
That's true.
Fantastic. I mean, I think the last time Matt Smith says Geronimo is in the 50th.
Was it?
Yeah, because 10 says Allons-y.
Oh,
he says Geronimo.
Oh, yeah,
and it's just like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah. But yeah, he says it like 10, like less than 10 times in the whole show.
Yeah.
Because like they can think of a few times in series 5 he says it, and then like maybe once a season does he say it then.
Yeah.
Like last time I can remember it being said wasn't even him; it was Amy saying it.
The Nestine.
The Nestine.
It's a blob, isn't it?
It was a blob, and it's like something saying about shit about the Time War. I do love that the Doctor. Much like what I loved about Superman that we saw yesterday.
Superman?
Superman?
James Gunn's Superman?
Yes, James Gunn's Superman. I did love that the Doctor was like, I've got the anti-plastic, but I'm going to try and like...
Yeah, I did that. I wrote that down as well. I love this specific early characterization where it's just like, he's quite cynical. Like, he doesn't give a fuck about Mickey almost dying.
Yeah.
But he does still want to like save people. But he's almost doing it kind of reluctantly. Yeah. Where it's just like...
He's still a doctor. But he's not quite the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they mentioned the war as well.
He's seeing like Rose as like kind of a nuisance.
Yeah. Like it's almost like how Hartnell is in the very first episode, where it's like he's involving her almost like kind of pulling that way. The whole like thing with the anti-plastic actually reminds me of one of the bits in Jodie Whittaker's last episode I really like, which is Sylvester McCoy's line. Yeah. When he says to him like, "Oh, it's okay to blow things up when you say so," and the Doctor says, "It's never okay to blow things up, but sometimes it's necessary, but only with fair warning." Yeah. And I like that aspect of like the Doctor's not unwilling to do what needs to be done to save the day, but he will always try the peaceful option first. Yeah. And it's interesting to see like that's the case early on.
You don't listen to him and he will happily do a genocide.
He will give you a chance. If not, you're fucking dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do like that aspect. I do like the whole thing of like, because he's so nonchalant about death. Wilson, the fucking technician, he's just like, Wilson's dead, and that was right. He's like, yeah, Mickey might have been dead, and he just didn't acknowledge it. Yeah.
But that's a good contrast with like Rose is obviously like just been like really visibly upset.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
He's just like, yeah, whatever.
Can't imagine what it would be like to watch like be a Doctor Who fan who watched like maybe all of Classic, and then you skip forward a bit, and it's like the Doctor's jaded, and also there's mention of this war that happened. Yeah, and like
Yeah, but it shows like...
Does he doesn't say he's the last of the Time Lords in this episode, does he?
No.
Is there any hint that he's the only one left?
Like they mention the war.
Yeah.
Not the Time War, just the war. There's Shadow Proclamation.
Shadow Proclamation's mentioned. I was thinking this because obviously one of the big things that Russell T Davies wanted to focus on changing the structure from the... serialized is having like a long season with one big bad throughout, like Buffy, like like Smallville. So I did keep an eye out, but I didn't see any. Was there any reference to Bad Wolf in this episode?
I don't believe so.
No.
I didn't see any. I like that. I think mentioning the Time War briefly, very half-handedly, is enough mystery to get involved. But I like that it stays set on. Bad Wolf is quite subtle throughout anyway. Yeah. But I like that it stays set on, no, this is the episode that's introducing everything. We don't need to get this.
It's just enough breadcrumbs to get you hooked. It's not just like beating you over the head with it.
It's not quite, oh, here's an old lady, she's going to show up in this episode, and then in the next
Never seen a TARDIS before.
Season, it's another old lady showing up in every episode.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they left out Bad Wolf, even though I liked Russell's like structuring, and I do like that model of shows in general. Yeah, I like it episodic. I mean, we're going to talk about them eventually, but I watched like all the CW shows, and that was their entire thesis as well. Yeah. So I like that structure, but I like that in this it's a self-contained story with a bit of mystery, but nothing that's necessarily set up.
Yeah,
and if the show didn't get commissioned for another season, this is a season of TV where the character goes through an arc. This is an episode of TV where both the lead characters go through arcs.
Yeah, exactly. I even like
it shouldn't be, special.
No,
it should be what TV is.
Yeah, it should be it. I like, especially great. You said about that. I like because obviously Rose goes through like the arc and stuff like that. But I also like the fact that the Doctor gives her the choice to come with her. She says no. he leaves and comes back. I almost like to think of him in the TARDIS thinking about her and thinking like, no, I got to try again.
He was actually gone for like 6 years.
He could have.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of debate about the Big Finish audios with Chris Eccleston when he did come back. Is that prior to Rose, or is that in the gap between the TARDIS disappearing and coming back?
If I was going to choose, first of all, I don't think Big Finish is necessarily canon. I don't think it has to be. But I think, because I think canon doesn't matter, but I think if I was going to have to make it like fit somewhere, I would do it in that gap. Because I like the idea of Rose as like the first human the Doctor like gives the time of day after the Time War. I don't, and I think that you can comfortably put stuff in there. You could even have it. I haven't listened to his Big Finish episodes, but you could even have it where it's like you have the Doctor debating like, well, I liked this girl, but she said no, and then like he's almost like, no, I'm gonna give it another chance.
He's just like me for real.
But like this whole idea of like, he's like you said earlier, he's reluctantly looking for he's not looking for a companion.
Yeah,
he just falls into one.
He's just kind of like, but then he remembers like
he's like, actually, I remember what it was like.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's like an air show going on outside.
Yeah, there's probably a police chasing someone down again or something. This happened not last time, but the time before when we were filming.
Yeah,
I remember.
Maybe it's the same guy.
Genuinely, maybe.
I mean, the weather was not great last week.
Yeah,
when we recorded the episode on the
Simpsons. I was a blur during the Simpsons. I was so ill last week. So yeah.
Yeah, you just kept going off on weird tangents. You started talking about how you liked the dog and how he could talk to Peter, and we were just like, that's a different show.
I think I was speaking in Latin for some of it, so just and my final notes I haven't addressed.
Okay.
One of my favorite lines. That won't last. He's gay and she's an alien.
Yes,
incredible. I love that.
One of my favorite lines.
Yeah.
I've got no job. No.
Yeah. One sec. Wait. No. I've ready to. Can we do it together?
I've
got no A levels, no job, no future. But I'll tell you what I have got: Jericho Street Junior School under-7s gymnastics team. I've got
bronze.
I was going this to you yesterday.
Yes, you were.
I do love that. I have the fucking same Nokia as Rose. My Nokia I tried to revive, but was
Is that
locked.
the one she has?
That's the same one she has.
I love how Y2K this shit is.
I love old tech. I hate new tech. So I tried to revive my old Nokia, but it was locked.
Speaking into a new microphone.
You don't like new microphone.
You don't like tech. You use a car.
We're actually recording this onto tape.
Yeah, speak for yourself.
No,
don't do it.
I have a cassette mixer. We could do that.
Yeah,
we could do like tape
I've
loops.
awoken something in you.
There's I know I said it earlier, but I fucking love the I can feel the turn of the earth. I also specifically like We're Falling Through Space, because that's what the book I was talking about is called.
We're falling through space, you and me.
We're falling through space.
Underrated line that's great. Dad, it's one of your nutters.
I also like that the mother is shocked that she's female. Like, a girl conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, she's
cool.
Proving girls can do it.
Oh, it's like they talk about the living plastic, and Rose is like the breast implants.
God.
Also, one of the autons in the opening.
That's something that Russell would have done. Just like breast implants taking over the world.
Absolutely.
One of the autons in the opening is like a woman mannequin. What is a woman? It's a mannequin with boobies, and she's got her boobies out.
Yeah, I know.
They get on pre-watershed.
They've got their boobies out.
They do have their boobies out. These genderless mannequins with breasts have their tits out.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen any of the classic Auton stories.
I haven't seen any of them.
They got their coochies out.
Are they naked?
It's crazy.
No, I was going to say, they're not just shop window dummies. Like, there's a great scene of an inflatable plastic chair consuming a man.
Sick. Oh,
That's
yeah,
up there with the bin.
The bin. Yeah.
Hate that scene.
I really don't like that scene.
What about the burp?
Oh, that
ties it all together.
Yeah.
In a big ship bow.
Just cut that out of the episode. Better episode. I don't need to know how Plastic Mickey got there.
It's the same writer who do Space Babies.
Big fat.
Yeah,
Big fat.
Big fart.
Big fart. I saw that in the cinemas.
Damn.
With the producers.
Amazing.
With Phil Collinson?
Yeah. There was actually just tangent. You can cut this if you want.
Absolutely not.
And I've probably told you about this before, but the guy in the audience who's just like, for the Q&A, who's just like, how much did Disney pay you to make this woke?
Oh.
What did they say?
And he was just like, why are we having this conversation? And I was just like, they paid us to make TV. If we're going to make a story about anything, just because it's got characters in it who are not white doesn't mean it's woke.
Space Babies and being like, this shit's woke.
This shit's woke.
Of all episodes.
Did they watch like the previous like specials?
No,
yeah, because the guy was just
I
like, I do conventions, and everybody says the show went downhill when they brought the woman in.
Non-binary.
Non-binary.
Because she's binary. We're not. The Doctor is male and female, and neither. And more.
Non-binary.
Why are they playing I Am the Doctor in that scene as well?
I mean, I don't know. Did you assume he as a pronoun?
Oh, God.
Why not? This is why we didn't talk about Star Beast.
Wait until I tell the boss.
Who do you think the boss is? I think it's Susan, because foreman is another word for boss.
I really did
If that's true, it's never going to come out. That show's done for a bit.
Yeah,
But I think
rumour on
that's
the
what would have
streets at the
happened.
moment is Bad Wolf have given the BBC 8 weeks to come to a decision, or they're dismantling the TARDIS set.
Oh shit! Should we hang around the studio? Maybe we can get some stuff.
Yo, we can fit that TARDIS set
I'll
somewhere.
take one of the round things.
Yeah,
we didn't talk about... What's your thoughts on the TARDIS set?
I love the coral.
It's
I know.
ugly as fuck.
I love it.
I love it. I love it more.
Yes.
I love it more in this opening episode, because like later on they fill it with more shit and looks more cluttered. I like that it's just kind of like steampunk, but also still wide open.
Yeah.
I like it when it's dimly lit.
Fair. I really.
Yeah, no, I like
that.
the contrast of it, where it's like it's quite dark and that. Oh wait, I didn't mention this earlier. Have you watched that video about like the how Doctor was like the cameras in that are filmed?
Yeah.
I know of it.
Yeah,
I know,
like where
the
they
details.
use like so many lens filters.
Yeah.
And looking back in this, holy shit, everyone is glowing. Every light thing has like 3 inches worth of like
They dipped
radius.
the camera in Vaseline.
They did. It looks insane. It's really funny.
They look
really
as sweaty
beautiful.
as we are.
I think it looks really nice. It is like a personal taste, obviously. I think they did it because the cameras were so low quality and they just wanted to like make it less sharp. I suspect or whatever. But it does create like this very.
And did you watch
this
it?
specific
Did you watch it on Blu-ray or iPlayer?
I watched it on Blu-ray.
I watched it on iPlayer. I don't have the Blu-ray.
Well, then one of you would have watched it slightly faster than the other.
Which one did I watch?
Which one?
I believe the Blu-ray is 24 frames per second, but the iPlayer version is 25 frames per second.
Oh.
But my
The marginal difference, but
my computer shows it 60 hertz. Does that fuck with it?
no, it's just how it's encoded on iPlayer.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay.
Also, I don't know about the
Did you watch it
Blu-ray.
on your CRT?
The sound is
That would've
fucked
fucked
on
with
the
it.
Blu-ray.
Is it?
They've just not fixed it on any of the releases.
What's wrong with it?
It's so overblown. The background music is so much louder than the dialogue.
I think because I just didn't know. I could have it was, but I didn't really
And
have
also,
anything
for
to
some
compare it to.
reason, at least on the
It's kinda like our podcast.
RTT1 era,
Yeah.
Yeah,
for some
blown out
reason,
audio.
season 3 is clear as day.
Is it?
Ooh.
But season 1, 2, 4...
Weird. To answer your question, Vin,
No.
I did watch Unlovely Child, both versions, on my CRT.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, but you didn't watch Rose.
No, because it's... Oh, I guess, yeah, I could have.
Yeah.
But, like, no, I didn't. I watched it on Blu-ray.
I watched Unearthly Child on the on my CRT.
I watched the DVD on my 4K television.
Wow, but that looked like arse.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
So, would you two greenlight Rose?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is one of my favorite.
But sorry, which one do you think is a better episode, even though they're so fucking different?
Oh God.
I mean,
there's literally like 40 years difference.
Exactly, we can't compare them because, like, I'd say Rose because I love the working class aspect, but of course we would because it's the era we grew up.
It wouldn't have existed without it. It literally set the blueprint.
Exactly. Silly to compare
I
them.
would say Rose is the better of the 2 episodes because it's good.
Because he's gay.
It's
Because she's an alien.
It's because it's gay and she's an alien.
And it's
we want to.
It probably
Because
would
we
have been
want
the
to.
first one I watched, even though it's not the
music
first
so
one I
loud.
remember watching.
Because we want to.
Also, it has the new Doctor in it, Billy Piper.
Yeah, it does.
She's
She's not the dog.
She's not. She's like the bad wolf or whatever. She's just. Oh God.
Oh God.
I'm a chap.
Sack Russell T Davis. Sack Jane Tranter.
Yeah.
Sack Phil Collinson. Sack Julie Gardner.
Lots of planets have a nought.
We just quoted the show. This is what
we do.
This is what I expect the episode sounds like when you go really close to the microphone and everybody just talks like this.
Exterminate!
Oh God. That did sound...
Do it.
President's been shot.
Exterminate.
Exterminate! That sounds pretty good when it's like blown out.
I'll do Sidney Newman doing exterminate.
Okay.
Exterminate. I did finger guns for the JFK.
Can you
exterminate?
When either you or me edit this, do you mind leveling all those times we got very close?
No.
Can you also put
I'm gonna boost it.
Graham Norton in the edit
Yeah.
over?
Oh yeah, we did talk about this. Did you know about this? When Rose first aired, there was like a fuck up with the audio, so the Graham Norton show audio started playing over it.
Oh wait, I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's one of the few facts. I did
Graham
about
Norton famously died on
Earth.
May Day 2024.
Yeah.
Sad face.
Somehow, I still don't quite understand what happened in that plotline.
I don't understand how he died, but also his consciousness is in.
He's an alien.
And he's gay.
And
he's
Irish.
gay. He's Irish.
Pick your poison.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Do
we have any other final thoughts to say?
These episodes are so good. I love Doctor Who.
I love Doctor Who.
If there wasn't so many Doctor Who podcasts,
we were saying
I'd
this,
do one, but there's so many.
As we say, the show is so inconsistent. I don't even think it was ever consistently good.
No.
But that's sort of the fun of it.
Even Coco agrees.
Even Coco agrees.
I love the experience of Doctor Who.
The roller coaster of emotions.
I hope it never dies, but also give it a few years.
Yeah.
Put it in a coma.
Yeah.
Let us do it.
No, I love it. I
We should write Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Hire us.
Honestly, just the experience of us just all sitting together to watch it. It's one of the few things we get to do.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a uniting force between all of us.
Yeah.
It's a big part of our culture. Not even just British, but like Welsh specifically.
Absolutely.
There's like, they filmed like 2 minutes away from our houses. Like us two specifically.
From our recording studio, the finale... Okay, no, I'm doxing you.
Yeah, we can't do the specifics. We could say that within a 5 minutes walk... Well, Coco. Within a 5 minutes walk
Coco doesn't want
from
to be doxed.
my house and then like a 10 minutes walk from Viv's house because we live close to each other, there are multiple episodes worth of locations that like are not just like a back alley, but like noticeable episodes.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Yeah.
I will say literally the street over from mine, they filmed a scene for the show.
Did.
You always
deleted scene.
Oh, there you go.
But
you always bump into it whenever they're doing production.
I have seen them film on a number of occasions.
Which is like bullshit, because like I've been to Cardiff so many times. I've never seen it.
They were down the road and we didn't see them.
I know!
Well, Shooty said hello to me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, Shooty kissed me on the lips, so...
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did.
We could
You know, those lips used to be Jodie's.
Okay, I'm done.
I have no idea what we're doing next week. Let's just leave it on a cliffhanger. Well, we can't.
Are we doing
Squid
like...
Game.
Watch it.
We're not doing
We're not doing Squid Game. I haven't watched the new season of Squid Game yet.
I don't know.
Let me check the
Good thing
files.
we're not going to watch all of the season. Coco, relax.
Coco. I'm not going to rewatch all of Doctor Who now because I'm currently already rewatching Doctor Who. So I'm not.
Oh, right.
So like the whole thing of like, will you watch the rest of it? I mean, I have and I am.
I'm constantly...
Do you both want to put a name of a show and I'll put it on a wheel and we decide which one?
No, we have a spreadsheet.
We have a spreadsheet. Don't fuck with the format. You're a guest. Sorry, Gareth.
I guess I won't be invited back.
Thank you again for making our amazing artwork.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
again.
genuinely. On the spreadsheet, we've got Breaking Bad.
Ooh, that's good.
Do we want to do Breaking Bad?
What are the other ones?
So,
Lost, Seinfeld, Sherlock, Twin Peaks. And then, like, those were, like, our first season shows we wanted to do.
I know you had this idea for the last episode. That'd be quite fun to do.
Should we do Lost?
Let's do Lost.
Let's do Lost, because neither of us have watched Lost.
This would be good,
So
because
that'll be the first time we're doing something when we don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because we're relying a lot on our previous knowledge, especially on this, where this is more like a rundown of the entire history of Doctor Who.
Yeah. So next week, we're going to watch just the first episode of Lost, and we don't know fucking anything else.
Yeah.
So great.
This kind of like felt show. Maybe it'll be a very frustrating experience for
Maybe
people
we'll
watching.
learn that not doing that is not a great idea.
But then this entire fucking show will be fucked then.
It's fine. No, because it'll be fun at least.
It'll be fun for
join
us.
us next week for Lost.
Thank you everyone for finding